welcome to your all signs reading. The messages in this reading may resonate with you if you happen to have... Okay, check out the videos for this, for the your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Sometimes one might resonate more than the other. We're going to begin with the zodiac sign of Aquarius. Okay, now I'll say it. This reading may resonate with you if you happen to have Aquarius in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. Okay, now I'll say it. This reading may resonate with you if you happen to have Aquarius in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, dominant in your natal chart. If you're cross-watching for an Aqua, or someone with those signs. It may even resonate with you if you happen to have Aquarius as your 7th house placement. Please keep in mind that these messages are general. Not every single thing mentioned in a reading may apply directly to your situation. Take what resonates, disregard the rest. Please don't make any rash decisions or jump to any type of conclusions or assume that I'm speaking directly to you as for that particular zodiac that I'm reading for. Please don't make any rash decisions based on a general reading. If you would like a reading based on your own personal energy, you can, of course, book a reading on my website, which happens to be angelicascensionstarot.com. Starting with Aquarius. Let's see what might be going on for the next 7 days, Aqua Nation. Aquarius. Looks like somebody might be trying to get in touch with you. Somebody might have been trying to get in touch with you for the longest. It could be either you have blocked someone's access to you, and this is why they can't get in touch with you. And it could be due to the fact that they cannot get in touch with you. Someone is making assumptions as to why that is. Because they can't talk to you to get some sort of direct answer, they're making these assumptions. Who just entered your reading is a Scorpio. Somebody could have a Scorpio moon or rising. As usual, Aquarius Nation, you have someone kind of keeping track of you, is keeping track of your movements, especially if you are online. This could be happening physically. Somebody could be trailing you, Aquarius. But this would be more so an online thing. Yeah, see. I guess we're going to start off the reading like this, Aquarius. Gossip. I mentioned to you, somebody can't get in touch with you. So somebody might be trying to, find out from other people, what's the deal with you? What's the tea with Aqua? Why has Aqua been so MIA? I think someone wants to know, Aquarius. They want to know what's going on with you. But then it also feels like, especially if this is a fire sign, that's who your spirit guides want to feature. This is what I mean. Thank you. This is exactly what I was sensing. Somebody might be watching your whereabouts, literally. It could be a fire sign, but like I said, online, somebody's definitely tracking your movements. You have this King of Cups, which I mentioned was a Scorpio, but right beneath that, you have Pisces. So this could be a Piscean, and then you have Gemini. Okay, let's see what's going on. When it comes to your love life, what I mentioned could relate to that. That could be somebody that might be trying to figure you out. Aquarius Nation. There's a Leo that just entered your reading. There's a lot going on in your reading already. So I'm going to put these aside and try something else. Okay, when it comes to relationships, there's someone that maybe you really don't want to really enter your space. Maybe this person could have some sort of a military background, police background. I think you know this person, Aquarius. This person could be a Capricorn. Okay, somebody's a nuisance because it looks like you're pointing them out or you're aware of who this person is. No, we don't. Somebody's going through some sort of legal trouble. Somebody could be coming to you, and maybe that's what somebody is talking to you about, because it does feel like someone wants to have a conversation with you. Somebody might be in a very confused spot. Somebody might be someone may need to make a decision about something. For some of you, this has something to do with a love relationship. It seems like maybe someone is having to make a decision between you and someone else, or that's been an ongoing issue between you and someone in the past, and this is the reason that the two of you are not speaking. It could be due to some sort of decision making that brings you to tarot. Maybe some of you might be contacting a tarot reader, or you're just an avid watcher or addicted, frankly, to tarot to try to figure out maybe some sort of decision that might be coming up. But just know, yeah, this is going on in the background. If you are online, it looks like somebody is just kind of addicted to you, addicted to what you're doing, talking about you in some sort of way. Like I said, trying to figure you out, trying to figure out maybe why you've been missing. And this seems like this is a constant sort of situation. You might be noticing some strange activity around your house because I mentioned to you, somebody's watching. That could be a neighbor that I'm describing. Anyway, somebody that you haven't seen in a while might be popping up again, Aquarius, a cross-watcher. Somebody could possibly, quite frankly, be taking a trip to your house because they can't talk to you. Somebody has something important to say to you, especially if this is an earth sign. I'm going to say something that sounds so random. Some of you might be having an issue with an animal, a pet. Unless you're viewing someone as animalistic, love relationships this week might be a little bit complicated. But it does feel like if someone is coming to you, and let's say, you might be shocked to hear from someone, or somebody might be shocked to see you. Somebody is definitely going through something. There's some sort of struggle that somebody is dealing with, Aquarius or cross-watcher, especially a Gemini that's in your energy. Yeah, if somebody has backstabbed you in the past, you and this person, it seems like you butt heads. Both of you might be alpha personalities. Like both of you are very strong-willed, very vocal about your stance on things. This is why I don't think that you're unblocking somebody. But like I said, somebody might be coming to talk to you, discuss something about money. Somebody might be down on their luck, Aquarius or cross-watcher, and somebody might be needing your help. And it seems like for a majority of you, this is a lover. Because not only do you have it there, but you also have it here. This could be an ex of yours. This could be your baby's mom, your baby's dad. But like I said, somebody might be shocked to kind of look up and see you. Aquarius or cross-watcher. Yeah, I see. Bo. That's who's talking about you. I don't really want to get too into that because that's just kind of like background situations. But yeah, you have a backstabber in your midst, or somebody that did do such a thing, that maybe talked about you openly in front of other people, aired out your dirty laundry. It seems like that's somebody's intention. A lot of this could be going down at work because this feels like this is where the opponent is, Aquarius. Seems like somebody's trying to knock you out. This seems like this is competition. Somebody sees you as that. Aquarius, Holy Spirit, show me Aquarius. Aquarius. Random. Somebody might be, maybe you might need direction somewhere. You could possibly be getting lost on the way to someplace. It looks like you got some very pressing issues to take care of this week, Aquarius or cross-watcher. Yep, here it is. Conflict. We're going to switch gears to work. Okay. You got Five of Swords. You got some sort of commotion in the background, okay? So you might have some sort of static at work. I don't know if you're involved with this, but you definitely have some sort of drama. Like I said, this feels like this is where you're pointing someone out, and this is exactly where the stalker is. It seems like you're having to make a decision because it seems like for the longest, Aquarius, you may have felt stuck. Or maybe this is, let's go ahead and go into detail about what this is, because it looks like you're making some plans maybe with something having to do with work. And it seems like something is a bit delayed. Okay, so if this has something to do with your money, Aquarius Nation or Cross Watcher, something might have your financial situation on hold. Or this is your spirit guide saying maybe wait. Something might require you to wait before moving forward. But to be honest, Aquarius, this looks like, I mentioned to you, there's some sort of competition that wants to knock you off. So it seems like there could be someone that is trying intentionally to cause delays for you. Because it seems like some of you work at a very brutal, cutthroat sort of environment. And you might have onlookers, right? So it seems like something is happening publicly or happening in front of other people. Or somebody doesn't want you with the person that you're with. What's going on with Aquarius at work? You got some new opportunities coming in, Aquarius. And that's what I mean. Somebody's trying to block this for you. Maybe that's what this gossip is about. It seems like words are circulating about you. Wow, why? Seems like somebody wants you to be down on your luck. And somebody is an enemy of yours, Aquarius. I don't know why. Oh, we already talked about that. Okay, then who is Aquarius at work? Angel of Four Directions. Spirit. Maybe you're someone who provides direction for people. People come and look to you. Might actually be a tarot reader. Or you might be interested in tarot. People could be coming to you for guidance for whatever reason. If this is not you literally going through some sort of conflict, someone in your life could be. You could be a counselor of some sort. Who is Aquarius professionally, spirit? Somebody sees you as someone that has a lot of potential for growth. Aquarius or Cross Watcher. They see you as a leader. So maybe you're an innovator of some sort. You might be questioning someone's intention, okay? Yeah. Mentioned to you, you work in a very cutthroat environment. Somebody might see you as the center of attention, but of course the reading can go vice versa. This feels like this is a jealousy issue, or this is the fact that maybe somebody really does not know who you are, what you represent, or whatever. They're making a lot of assumptions about you. Either way, that's a small majority of people. It seems like there are people that are coming to you because they are having some sort of maybe inner conflict about something. They're trying to figure something out. You might feel stuck, or someone around you may be stuck, and they could be coming to you to ask you for your input, your advice about how to get through something, because it seems like someone does not know how to kind of resolve some sort of situation. It could even be an at-work situation in that work atmosphere. But trust and believe, like I said, you have some sort of an enemy. So let's make it clear. Okay, you have a foe. If you're not clear about who this is, Aquarius, just wait. It seems like something is going to be revealed. Someone's hidden motives, okay? Because let's talk about it. With work, there is some sort of deception. Some things are hidden from you. See how you got gossip in both situations? Okay? So that's what I mean. It seems like words are circulating about you, or someone is trying to gather, like I mentioned to you before, gather information about you without your knowledge. You might have some sort of personality clash with someone, or you might be the observer of this sort of thing having to do with work. When it comes to your money, like I said, new opportunities are coming in spite of the fact that someone is trying to block something from happening, Aquarius. As soon as I ask, who is this? Can you see the word printed here? It says demon. So it seems like someone is coming for your image. To me, this is jealousy. Let's clarify what this demon card is about. Well, you have the devil that came out here twice. I think you're under some sort of spiritual attack. That's usually the case. And if this situation here is not literal, where someone is maybe facing jail time, then this feels like this is what someone is trying to do with you. Again, trying to keep you stuck. Or keep you from being able to make certain movements. Spirit guys, fill us in. What's going on with Aquarius? What's going on at work with Aquas? Okay, intuition. And I think that's you. I think you might be trying to solve things or see things with your 5 senses, but I think you're missing your 6th sense, Aquarius. It seems like your guides are saying be very perceptive. Use your 6th sense, your 3rd eye about certain situations, about certain people and their intentions. It isn't to say be paranoid, Aquarius, but it is saying that there might be someone in your midst that may be that has bad intentions for you. So his mouth is wide open. That's what I mean. Somebody's mouth is constantly running about you. I mentioned to you, somebody wants to limit your movements. This feels like that's what someone is trying to do. Create some sort of binding spell, binding movements. Okay, so make no mistake about it. If this is you online or you are like the star player at work, somebody doesn't like that. And it seems like somebody will stop at nothing, like I said, to ruin your image, to kind of create a scene, and to make maybe the things that they are saying about you appear to be true in front of other people. As I mentioned to you, you got other people that are watching in the background in this situation. So that's what it feels like. Somebody is trying to come for your image, distort it in some sort of way. But either way, on the flip side of things, you might be networking with a lot of people. There may be people that are interested in what it is that you're saying, what it is that you have to offer. People are seeing you as a teacher. Like I said, somebody who is very knowledgeable, but you might be kind of keeping your distance from certain individuals, and they might be noticing it. Again, there's a lot of assumptions that are being made in the background. Either way, it feels like your luck is about to change. You have had some negativity coming your way, or someone with bad intentions that's, kind of wafting this attention your way. It seems like this energy starts to dissipate, and you're going to see things begin to move a bit smoother. But like I said, something might be a little bit delayed. Do not get discouraged if that is the case. Some sort of movement to your situation may occur in the, can you see him? In the coming days, within the next 7 days. So at the beginning of the week, you might feel that you're stuck, but it seems like I mentioned to you, some sort of opportunity, even though someone intends to block this, may come in for you over the next few weeks. When it comes to your love relationships, because I did mention to you, there is a lover that might be trying to return. For some of you, you could definitely be meeting someone new, Aquarius. Some of you might be making a new acquaintance. But a lot of you, it seems like now someone is thinking about returning. Oh, yeah. So there's energy in the background. It just seems like it doesn't stop, right? You got this card that says constancy. So even though, you have some things going for you, it just seems like somebody just does not know when to stop. And so this feels like somebody ends up getting their karma, Aquarius, or cross-watcher. Like, you might be going through this towards the beginning of the week, but like I said, towards the end of the week, it seems like things begin to lift. You get some sort of good news sometime during midweek. Yeah. Some of you could be moving, but it seems like money, even though you may have been on a shortage or whatever, because that's someone's intention towards you, things begin to begin to move for you again. But you might be blocking somebody else. If you're not literally blocking them, you might be blocking somebody energetically, Aquarius Nation. Because like I said, if you do not know who someone, like if it's not clear to you who someone's enemy is, who your enemy is, or who someone else's is, I know it seems insignificant, but it's coming up as like a really crucial thing in your reading. Your spirit guides might be pointing something out to you. The reason that they're pointing something out to you is because it's really serious. Do you see what I mean? That you're under some sort of spiritual attack. Something might be affecting your sleep patterns. But like I said, this energy begins to dissipate. It's like somebody wants you to be invisible because they see your intentions. Or because Aquarius Nation or Cross Watcher, somebody sees you as soft, easy to take advantage of. Somebody doesn't realize how spiritually protected someone is. So that's what I mean. Somebody gets a taste of their own medicine because their spirit guides step in to help and assist with something to help things begin to flow better. Libra Nation, Libra, this reading may resonate with you if you happen to have Libra in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus dominant in your natal chart. Or if you're cross-watching for a Libran, you might find some information in this reading, Libra, that may resonate for you. Please don't make any rash decisions based on what you hear from a general reading. Understand that messages are only general. Take what resonates for you and leave the rest. If you're someone who is very sensitive or you are easily butthurt about someone being very direct, because I tend to be that way, I'm probably not the reader for you. And here is your opportunity to go ahead and click off if that is the scenario that fits you. Otherwise, let's dive right into this, Libra Nation. This week, Libra, you might have a difficult time silencing your thoughts. Let's see, what's going on in your head? Libra, some of you Librans, you're worried about some sort of legal situation, legal obligation. Something is pending, Libra. Whatever this pending situation is, it seems like it's tying up your money, or your money is somehow linked to a legal situation. You might be very concerned about family or family members. Family situations could be, family connections could be something that's just mentally kind of jogging your thoughts. You might be confiding in a friend or someone that you trust. Is it somebody's birthday, Libra? Oh, we are in Gemini season. Some of you, maybe there is a Gemini. We just left Taurus season. So some of you, there could be a Taurian. A Taurian's birthday. You might be catching up with a friend, or there might be maybe a friend that kind of drops by to say something to you. Maybe you are not a Libra sun. Maybe you have, no, I guess if it's, maybe you're a Taurus or Gemini sun and you have Libra placements elsewhere. Let's see, what's going on? What's on your mind, Libra or Cross Watcher? Something that you might see or come across. It seems like maybe you haven't seen somebody in a minute. Yep. Find the middle ground, compromise. Maybe it's kind of difficult to do that this week. Somebody this week, Libra, is coming across very defensive, very emotional. So maybe this is you. Maybe this week, Libra Nation, you might find that you're just very moody because there is a lot on your mind, or you're dealing with someone that is going through under this sort of pressure. It seems like there's some sort of choice, Libra, that you might be making about something, or you're waiting for some sort of other decision to be made for you. Seems like there might be something going on with your money, your finances. It seems like maybe money has been on the decrease, and maybe you're trying to, repair the damage. When it comes to a financial situation, these came out back to back. Something's going on with your money. Or this has something to do with somebody's attention. Okay, so maybe Somebody was interacting with you a lot over the last month, and maybe things have kind of fallen off. Someone's attention, what I mean. You're noticing that maybe somebody isn't really as talkative or as communicative as they used to be. It seems like you do. You want clarity. You want the truth about some sort of relationship. It might be due to something that you see or you come across. Libra, what's going on with Libra? What are you seeing? I think you want some, you're seeing a Leo. You have a Leo in your chart, or you are dealing with a Leo. But it seems like you might be coming across a Leo. There's some sort of relationship with a child, it feels like, Libras. It seems like somebody wants to fix the situation. They want to repair some sort of damage that may have been caused, and it looks like somebody wants forgiveness. So it seems like, Libra, somebody, it may have been an issue with pride. And maybe this week, Libra Nation or Cross Watcher, someone may be laying their pride aside to come and maybe make the first move to start off a conversation. This does not feel like it's an easy conversation to approach. In fact, it feels like it's been avoided. And it seems like somebody might be expecting the worst out of this. Once again, Libra and Scorpio are the featured signs. Somebody's expecting the worst. They're expecting the worst type of outcome if they were to be, to have this conversation with you. Libras, you might have a pet, you might have an animal, or this person may have a pet. What's going on with Libras? You might have something going on in your household, Libra. Like I said, it seems like okay, so when it comes to your financial situation, it seems like there is some sort of frustration that you're dealing with. Like I said, you have a legal situation that might be tying up your money. Maybe it does have something to do with your house, the place that you live. Or there's just been a lot of turmoil there. Like I said, somebody might want to kind of soften the situation with you. And it might be you, Libra, a Gemini that could be coming to you, or another air sign that could be coming to you to kind of voice their concern. You've been having tension with your partner. It seems like, Libra, a cross watcher, someone tries to come and patch up the situation with you. Or this is an issue with a family member. Like I said, it's been an ego issue all along, and it seems like somebody is coming to you coming to you humbly. This could even be an apology for some of you, Libra, and somebody could be offering you a sincere apology, maybe about something that has happened. Because I mentioned to you, someone is coming to repair the damage that may have happened in a particular relationship in order to come to a common ground so that you and this person could move forward. You may have children with this person. This could be your child's other parent that could be coming forth. Or like I said, this is something that's happening between you and your kid. Yep. Somebody hasn't been around for the longest. It comes right back out. So maybe you've had an issue with your own dad. Or this is you, I mentioned to you, somebody that you co-parent with. There could be a possibility of something being cleared up. And somebody could be talking to you about coming home. For some of you, you might be separated from your children. And maybe they might be coming home to visit for a minute. Maybe if it's not you and this person going through it with some sort of relationship problem, then maybe it's your kid. It could be a grown adult that might be going through some sort of issue that they're needing to sort out. And maybe they just need a place to kind of lay low for a minute, or need some time to have some time to think without there being so much pressure. Because like I mentioned, something's going on with your living situation, Libra. but the most highlighted sign here is a Scorpio. There's been some sort of secrecy connected to this. Scorpio, Libra. Maybe you are on the Libra Scorpio cusp. Let's see, where does this go? So if you are in a relationship with someone, what's been the issue? You're having to find a middle ground about something, compromise. It feels like it's about a financial situation connected to a child. Maybe this has something to do with child support. Some of you could possibly be discussing a child support situation with someone. Libra, some of you are in a physically violent relationship. I said, you might feel like somebody has just been very arrogant, very controlling, and you may have sensed that someone has been lying about something. You might have a sneaky stuff going on, especially online. Like somebody's talking to somebody on IG or some sort of social media platform. Anyway, like I said, after you find out about some sort of lie that's been unveiled, Libra or cross watcher, somebody comes along to try to fix this with you. It's just going to be up to you about whether or not you feel that something is fixable, or if you feel that you're in the headspace to maybe have this conversation. For some of you, this repairing the damage has something to do with physical health. Somebody need a mammogram? Oh, you're dealing with an Aries, this feels like. Somebody smoked cannabis. That song, Day and Night, the lonely stoner seems to free his mind at night. That Kid Cudi. Somebody is a stoner. Or that might be how you describe them. And that could be the time of day that time that they're calling you. Somebody might be trying to free their mind at night. I know that's random, but I think it's significant in some sort of way. When it comes to a financial situation, what is this there, Phil? You might just kind of need some time by yourself, it looks like, to kind of piece things together. Because it seems like there may have been something that kind of messed up your finances, or something hit your pockets kind of hard. But with some sort of planning, okay, it looks like you're able to, and if you're able to be patient through this period of time, Libra, it seems like there could be some sort of remedy to a financial situation. But when it comes to your health, it seems like there's something that your spirit guides are trying to call you to. Something's been prolonged. It's been like a chronic issue for you, and maybe it might be time to look into it. Relationships with family and children seem like they might be a bit complicated to fix. But it seems like in particular, Libra or cross watcher, there is a child that might be very in need of your attention. Or this is you with your own inner child. Like I said, by the end of the 7 days, Libra, it seems like you're able to find some sort of remedy to what's going on with your finances. The truth. Let's talk about it. Somebody's looking for the truth. They're trying to discover the truth amidst some sort of lie, Libra, and it seems like someone is coming across something. I mentioned to you earlier, there's something that someone is going to see. Somebody might actually see something for themselves this week before the week is over, or they already have. Something is evident, especially if some of you, this is about a third party, or some of you, this is about a friend, okay? Something is going to be seen. It's coming into somebody's awareness, trust. Somebody's looking for the truth, especially if this has something to do with online. So that's what it feels like somebody is like worried about. It's whether or not you might catch them in some sort of lie. For others of you, I mentioned to you, somebody's worried about prison, jail time. Somebody could possibly be dealing with a legal situation such as parole or probation. or worried that maybe some sort of legal situation may catch up with them. At the same time, it seems like somebody's worried about their job, because it seems like someone's job could be linked to this legal situation. I don't know, Libra. But like I said, you might find a way to remedy this, and to, you just might need some time to yourself. Trust and believe this week somebody is coming in with the hypocrisy. Somebody is being very hypocritical about something, or that's just the long-term issue that you've had with someone. It might be an elder. And for some of you, this has something to do with somebody that is in the military. Someone has like a military affiliation, a police affiliation. And it seems like there's been some sort of struggle that somebody's been going through for the longest. And it seems like it is some sort of addiction. For others of you, it's not like a chemical addiction. It's you're addicted to an abusive situation, or you feel like you have no way out of some sort of cycle. For some of you, like I mentioned, it's an addiction. That's the cycle that you're constantly chasing. Or somebody has a gambling addiction. You might even feel that somebody is taking a really huge gamble with your heart, with your emotions. You might be expecting a package that could be something that is delivered to you. You could be talking to somebody at the bar, or maybe that's just the issue. Somebody's constantly hitting the bar. I don't know, random. Somebody could be studying for the bar exam. You might be dealing with someone who works in the legal system. The last time you talked to your mother, Libra, it seems like you might be catching up with your mom. Whether your mom is here on this earth or she has passed. You could be traveling. Maybe the traveling bug might kind of bite you this week. Maybe you might feel like you need a getaway. But it seems like you've got a really firm decision that I think that you're standing on this week. And I think you could possibly be helping somebody out. Somebody might be like homeless, or seems like that's what somebody is worried about. When it comes to children, it seems like maybe there's maybe some sort of progress with a child's learning. This is an authority figure. It seems like somebody is going out of their way, kind of to be the authority figure, but just kind of like overdoing it. Okay. That's kind of what I'm seeing. You might be faced with a move. Some of you Libras, you could potentially be moving. You are solving some sort of conflict, and trust and believe that there is some sort of deception, envy around you that's going to be revealed. You might be doing a lot of cleaning up around your house. Or this is just the issue, Libra. You're tired of cleaning up after somebody. Maybe some of you Libras are performers, public speakers. This sort of thing. Or maybe somebody is just kind of viewing you as very theatrical, very dramatic. Maybe you're just very expressive with your hands or whatever. But yeah, it seems like it's that sort of a week for you, Libra, or cross watcher. What is it that Libras need to watch out for this week? Oh, Holy Spirit, the advice for the Libra Nation. I just realized I didn't do this for Aquarius. Advice for the Libra Nation for the next 7 days. Boundaries. You have some sort of breathing issue. Libra, maybe you have you hyperventilate. You have a cough, a smoker's cough. Empower yourself by setting limits, such as saying no to a request or socializing less. This kind of self-care creates more respectful, healthy relationships. It just seems like this week, Libra, you might be limiting your contact with certain people, or people could be misconstruing the fact that maybe you just kind of need some time to yourself, because it seems like there's just a lot on your mind. And for some of you, maybe that's why you haven't heard from someone, or they haven't really been around, because they might just have a lot going on in their life right now. For you though, Libra, it might be negative thinking, because like I said, maybe you haven't heard from someone and it just seems like someone goes straight into negativity, negative thinking mode. When your negative thoughts arise, experience the feelings behind them and shift to a larger, more compassionate perspective. I think you might be someone who is very self-conscious. Libra, but yeah, you might have some, like I said, somebody is struggling with something. It could be you. You can handle this. There's a wise saying that says you are never given more than you can handle. Tune into your heart to reconnect with your strength. You possibly might have Leo in your chart. Regardless of that, it seems like you can get through this. Something that maybe you've been going through for the longest, Libra, it might feel like this is just too hard of a test, or it's just too difficult to kind of navigate through. You can keep your mind right and keep your mind in a positive place, Libra. That might make this a little bit easier for you to get through this week. It seems like you might be struggling with your mental health. If you are not, then someone around you could possibly be going through that. Gemini Nation. If you are not, then someone around you could possibly be going through that. Gemini Nation. This reading may resonate with you if you happen to have Gemini in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, dominant in your natal chart. Or you're cross-watching for someone with Gemini in their chart. Please keep in mind, Gemini, that the messages in this reading can go vice versa. Certain things may not even apply to your situation, so please don't get distracted by things that don't apply. Instead, take in what resonates. Please listen to this with an open mind, and please don't make any rash decisions. We will guaranteed go over some topics that are sensitive. That's not your thing. I may not be the reader for you, and here is your opportunity to go ahead and click off of this reading if those things apply to you. Let's get it, Gemini. Somebody in your situation right off the bat is coming off as controlling. Someone could possibly be viewing you this way, Gemini. Maybe they did in the past. It seems like with something in your situation, there is a firm no. Let's see what this is about. Because it does seem like maybe you want to talk to someone. You have your eye on someone, Gemini. What I mean by that is that this could be spying. It could be that maybe somebody is kind of like very watchful of you, Gemini. Yep. You gotta be dealing with a Leo. If you do not have dominant Leo placements, then you might be getting in contact with a Leo. Leo was highlighted in every air signs reading so far. So yeah, there's a Leo that's very active. But like I said, this could be you. It seems like you've been waiting for something. Maybe somebody's been waiting for you, Gemini, or cross-watchers to step forward. And it could be a Leo that I'm speaking about that might be waiting for you to make the first move with regard to something. But it seems like, yeah, it has something to do with a reconciliation. And it just seems like it's a no for you, that it's not going to be you that steps forward to reconcile a situation, because it seems like, Gemini, you're moving in opposite direction. You're moving forward. You're not looking back. It seems like you've let something go. And somebody is looking at you, Gemini, or cross-watcher, like you're a stranger. For you as well, Gemini, somebody might be trying to get in contact with you. And maybe you're just not responding. So there's a lot of things that are kind of left up to interpretation by someone. Someone could be an engineer. Yep. You got to be dealing with a Libra, because it looks like somebody is coming. They want forgiveness from you. Someone wants to reconcile with you, Gemini, but they feel like it's a no coming from you. Maybe somebody hurt you too much. Somebody pushed you too far, Gemini or cross-watcher. It seems like there's been some sort of conflict. Either you're having conflict with someone currently, or someone is just feeling like they don't know how to resolve some sort of conflict. They feel like you're absent. You're not around them as much as they used to, as much as you used to be. The communication is just kind of different, or it's just non-existent. Someone felt like maybe at one point they could be vulnerable with you, or I think that this is what someone wishes, that maybe they could have a vulnerable moment with you. But it seems like instead, something has happened in the past, responding, not reacting. So it seems like maybe somebody maybe reacted to a situation, or there could be something going on this week, Gemini, that may not warrant a reaction from you. Said you're having some sort of interaction with someone. This feels like this is a usual, normal, day-to-day sort of reaction to something or someone that could be possibly trying to trigger you. You might be having somebody trying to work you, Gemini. Somebody might be doing some sort of work on you. You definitely have a father figure. Maybe you feel like your child's father, your own dad or whatever is trying to lecture you. You definitely have some sort of thing having to do with an addiction as well. So that's why I said somebody's kind of like backing off. Maybe doesn't want to hear the sound of someone's voice. Gemini or cross watcher. So it's just going to be up to you about whether or not you how you approach this situation. You have a pet, possibly. Things, Gemini, this week might be moving a bit slowly, or this is your spirit guides reminding you, Gemini, maybe take it easy, move a little bit slower. Maybe you're moving a little bit too fast. Your emotions, Gemini, might be kind of all over the place. Seems like you're very busy. You're keeping very busy. You're very goal oriented, and maybe you might be a little bit tired. Give yourself some time to take a nap or get some rest, Gemini Nation, a cross watcher. What else is going on, Gemini? Archangel Michael, you definitely have your angels that are surrounding you. Trust. As I'm trying to move on and talk about something else, somebody wants harmony. They want harmony to exist, or some sort of coexisting. They want to be able to coexist with you, maybe be around you, be in the same room with you without there being so much static or confusion, that sort of thing. Gemini. Maybe somebody's name could be Dawn. Maybe someone's name could be Michael. When it comes to work, there's some sort of change that may be playing out in your situation. What's going on with the Geminis and their work? You got a lot of... Maybe you're having a lot of interactions with strangers. I don't know. Maybe that's what you're doing at work. Random. I don't know, Gemini. But you're the leader with some sort of change. You're getting some sort of help with some things. Help from the universe. But it seems like first you might need to take some time to kind of relax your mind. Mine and my daughter's middle name is Dawn, and her father. That's crazy. Thank you for the feedback, Crystal. See what's going on. Money and opportunities. It seems like you might hear back from something, especially if you've been maybe sending out some sort of information. You've been sending out some sort of resume. It seems like you might hear back. There's definitely someone trying to contact you this week. It could be about work. But if this is about a relationship, it just feels like you might need some time away from someone, because it seems like, okay, so if you haven't heard from someone, it's due to some sort of betrayal. Someone feels absolutely backstabbed, and it seems like someone is holding on to this. Maybe some things that were said in the past. If this is not the week where the reconciliation occurs, it seems like you could possibly be doing this at a later date, Gemini or cross watcher. Like I said, it seems like there's some sort of improvements with your money, your financial situation. It seems like the universe steps in to help you with something. Maybe it's something that you're creating. It seems like you could be going back to the drawing board, or like I mentioned to you, some sort of significant change might be happening with your work. Some of you, that's where the conflict is. It's at work. With it potentially, you could be having some sort of conflict with a coworker. Could be some things that could be happening this week that are beyond your control. There could be some things that might be playing out this week that you feel are completely unjust. And you might be voicing your opinion about that. There's somebody at work this week that you wish would change their behavior, Gemini. But they refuse to. So what I mean, you might possibly be butting heads with someone. And it could be due to some sort of insecurity. It's either you are triggering someone's insecurity, Gemini, or somebody is triggered by your presence. There are certain things that I think your guides want you to come to peace about, certain situations where you guys want you to have peace. There's certain things that you might feel that you cannot change, Gemini, especially if it comes to someone else. So your guys are saying serenity. There might be some things that you might have to kind of embrace or accept. Like I said, because it seems like somebody in your situation will not budge and it's time to break some sort of cycle. The haters, Gemini, it seems like they come in abundance this week. Okay, it seems like because you're trying to get ahead or you're trying to make some sort of decision about, I think you're just very focused on this, to be honest. With working, it just seems like you're trying to provide. It seems like, okay, if you are a business owner, it seems like there might be people that are more curious about, that are, you know, kind of curious about what you do or what work that you have to offer. You might be pushing past some sort of physical pain. This could be some sort of emotional pain. Oh, come on. Yeah, Gemini. I mentioned to you, there's some things you can't see because of the glare. Anger. I mentioned to you, haters, they're going to do their thing. Somebody wants to trigger some sort of reaction out of you. Why? Oh, I think it's because you're giving somebody less of your attention. Somebody wants more of your attention span, and because maybe you just flat out refuse to give somebody your attention. Okay, possibly it's King of Swords, okay? Because it looks like somebody just can't stop watching whatever you're doing at work. So I'm trying to figure out, is this person attracted to you? Are they just nosy? I mentioned to you, strangers. Anyway, yeah, you might be reacting to a particular situation, or this is what somebody is looking for. Yeah. Somebody's real in their ego, Gemini or cross-watcher. Maybe you're very studious. Maybe you have some sort of scholarly goal, or maybe there's something going on with a kid in school, and it might be beneficial to look into that. With what's going on with your child's education, Gemini. Maybe they're not doing their homework or keeping up with their assignments. You might have a feeling about that, Gemini, and you might actually be right. You might have a feeling about someone in particular, and I think that you're right. There is a legal situation for somebody. Yeah, be careful about how you react to situations, Gemini. It seems like somebody could be saying something and then looking back and regretting it. You going to a tarot reader? You got to be dealing with an Aquarius. Maybe you're trying to get some sort of foresight about how a legal situation may play out. Because it looks like if you are dealing with a legal situation or someone around you is, it seems like there's a lot of uncertainty about that. Especially if this legal situation involves kids. Because for some of you, it looks like that is the case. Kids are doing something at school, acting up at school, being disrespectful at school. Maybe you're suspicious that maybe your kid is doing something, or you're suspicious about somebody. And like I said, Gemini, you might be right about it. Your child might be having a meltdown. It could be you. If you're dealing with someone romantically, Gemini or cross-watcher, you might have a feeling that somebody has a lot of other people on standby. They might have a lot of other people that they're talking to just in case things don't work out between the two of you. And there are a lot of other people that might be kind of that know about your situation. There's a lot of gossip, a lot of slander that could be going on in the background, but especially at the workplace. When it comes to your financial situation, it seems like there's some sort of tactic, or not tactic, some sort of strategy that I think you might be tackling to kind of improve your work environment or your finances. But that whole harassment in the background, it seems like you're tuning that out. Random side note, Gemini, somebody might have some sort of sexually transmitted disease. So if you are kind of, protect your sexual health, because it looks like that could be something that is on the line for some of you Gemini. Because it looks like somebody getting into some sort of foolishness and somebody might regret it. Somebody could be trying to trap someone with baby, Gemini or cross watcher. Be mindful of time management. And definitely trust your gut feeling the first time. If you are having some sort of chronic pain in your body, Gemini, it seems like it would be absolutely beneficial for you to look into the source of the issue this week. Holy Spirit, the advice for the Gemini nation, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, as well as cross watchers. Come on, if you are not a tarot reader, or you do not do maybe astrology or this sort of thing, look at the stars. Look up and remember that you are but a tiny speck in a large, mysterious universe. Let the magic of the stars connect you to your own special magic. I said it in the beginning. Somebody's doing work on you. Gemini or cross watcher. You might be looking to your spirit guides to maybe give you some sort of insight, or you're doing some sort of divination to maybe figure out who this person is. But because it seems like maybe for some of you, you're not sure. You're not sure where this energy is coming from, but it definitely feels as though it's beneficial for you to protect your energy. Listen to the wisdom of your intuition. Your inner voice is is the best friend you will ever have. Seek answers from deep within rather than just through your intellect. Your intuition, I mentioned to you, you have a hunch about something. And I don't think that you're wrong. Maybe you're trying to tell yourself that you're not wrong, or that you're not right about something. But I think Gemini Nation or Crosswatcher, you are. So definitely follow your first thought about something that might be going on in your situation, or for some of you with maybe someone. Maybe you have a hunch about someone in your energy, and maybe you're right. Pisces. This reading may resonate with you if you happen to have Pisces and your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus dominant in your natal chart. If you're cross-watching someone with these Pisces placements, it could even resonate with you if you have Pisces in your 7th house, which has everything to do with love and interpersonal relationships. Please don't make any rash decisions, Pisces, based on a general reading. We're going to go over some topics that are sensitive. I tend to be someone who is very straightforward and maybe a bit blunt at times. If that is just something that is very off-putting to you, let me invite you to take this opportunity to go ahead and click off this reading if any of the above apply to you. Otherwise, let's dive right into this. Pisces. Song is playing in my head. The song is called My Way. The song is about performed by the artist named Usher. Somebody likes the way that you do something in particular. Somebody feels like their needs cannot be satisfied by anyone but you. This could be in a professional sense. It could apply in some other sort of way. But there is a part of the song where he says, you can get mad if you want to. So there might be something that you might say to somebody, and maybe you have no qualms about how they might feel. You know what I mean? There might be something that you might have to say to somebody, Pisces, and they might not like it. But it seems like it might be necessary for you to get something off of your chest. Something that you've been holding back for the longest, Pisces. By the way, Pisces, there's another Piscean that might not like you. How is this significant, you might say? It feels like it is in some sort of way. We're going to see what this is about. Somebody has a problem with you. And I think they're going to be making it kind of obvious that they have a problem with you, or they already have. Pisces. Okay, Spirit guides, what's going on with the Pisces nation? Some of you are dealing with a Scorpio. Somebody likes to have power. Scorpio. I'm not calling you a Scorpio. It must be a Scorpio, Pisces. I can't stop saying Scorpio, even though I'm not reading for Scorpio. You might be coming across a Scorpio or catching up with a Scorpio. Somebody from the Scorpio nation is obviously in your energy. Pisces. Let's see what's going on with Pisces. Somebody wants a reaction from you so bad, Pisces. And it might be this person, or maybe, you know what, maybe quite frankly, you did give someone a reaction before. Maybe somebody could be saying something to you that you're absolutely offended by, Pisces or cross-watcher. And it seems like there could be actions for someone's consequences. Whether or not this is you giving the, handing out the consequence, or this is just life handing out some sort of consequence to someone. Somebody's name could be Hope. If this microphone, if I don't hit every letter specifically, it seems like maybe you cannot hear exactly what I'm saying. Hope, Hope. It could be someone's name. Yeah, it could be that type of week. Like I mentioned to you, somebody's saying something that might offend you. Something might take you over the top. You might be tempted to react to something. And I'm trying to see if that's what yes, it feels like it's a respect factor. Your boundaries are up with someone. You must be dealing with a Libra. You gotta be a Gemini or an Aquarius. Because it looks like somebody's looking for some sort of forgiveness from you. This could be the other way around. Somebody could be putting their foot in their mouth. It could have been a friend of yours. You might be kind of upset about something. Somebody might view you as somebody that is holding a grudge. Maybe this week you're in, trying to figure some things out. Maybe with some friends. You might be questioning certain friendships that are around you. Love might be a bit of a challenge for you this week. It just seems like somebody in your love life is just kind of difficult to figure out. And maybe, Pisces, there's somebody that you do not trust. You could possibly be playing detective in a situation, trying to figure out what might be going on. No, I think this is past tense. I think now somebody knows that they made a mistake, or this is you looking back at a friendship, whether it is I said friendship, it could be a relationship as well. Maybe it could be you that might realize, looking back on a situation, that you made a mistake, maybe by letting someone in, but really because somebody is looking for forgiveness. I think somebody is seeing the part that they played in a particular situation. Somebody might take kind of like a risk here to maybe come and talk to you, because I think somebody does want to clear something up. Someone possibly wants to renew the trust in some sort of friendship, or whatever this relationship happens to be for some of you. I think somebody's lies got out of control, or somebody is just very manipulative. Somebody likes to puppeteer a situation. So maybe you might see someone as, like I said, manipulative, controlling. There could be an age gap between you and this person, which leads me to believe that this, for some of you, could be a parent-child situation. Either way, somebody is wanting forgiveness from you about something, or this could be the other way around. This could be you, Pisces. You could possibly want someone's forgiveness about something. There could be a conversation between parent and child. Your baby could be an adult, or this is between you and your baby's mom, or maybe Pisces, maybe you might be catching up with your mom. Maybe you haven't talked to your mom in a minute, or there's something that maybe you are going through something. Let me finish my last thought. Or maybe you are going through something, and maybe you might be talking to someone that you do trust about this. Seems like somebody does want to mend something with you, Pisces, especially if it's been a while since you've spoken to someone. Maybe you're just excessively tired, or you're cramping, you're in pain this week. Random, I know. Somebody might be kind of gassy around you, Pisces. Anyway, you might be writing your thoughts out. You could be getting news of pregnancy. Somebody might have a tattoo, in particular, a back tattoo. Maybe somebody's born on the 13th. These Leos are pretty busy. So you got a Leo that's in your reading. Pisces or cross watcher. I just feel that there's someone that you do not feel is the least bit trustworthy that could be trying to come around. They might be coming around at a very vulnerable, awkward time. The timing of this whole conversation or this interaction is a bit off. For some of you, this has something to do with parenthood. You could be playing detective with your kid. You're trying to figure out maybe something that they're doing. But either way, there's some sort of communication that may come in. Maybe you just need some time to kind of think about this. It could be coming in the form of a letter. But it seems like someone from a distance from you, Pisces, could be saying something to you. During this conversation, you might be listening for the truth, because you might kind of expect this person to not be, kind of so truthful. You might even be dreaming about them, or there might be something in your dreams that is just very, I don't know, maybe you're just dreaming a lot. This week, Pisces, trust yourself to make the right decisions, because it seems like this is what you really want to rely on. Your inner trust about something is right. Especially when it comes to you being at a crossroads about something, you trust your inner guidance about something. Like I said, somebody regrets maybe the way that they acted or some things that they said. I think someone would like to reconcile with you, but maybe you're feeling a bit indecisive about it at this time. You could be running into someone, Pisces, that you haven't seen in the longest. And maybe somebody might be inviting you out for a drink. Unless you're dealing with somebody that, you might know them as a drinker. Some of you Pisceans could be getting into a new situation with someone. You could be moving on to a new relationship, and you could be meeting somebody. Because it looks like love could be in the air for you. But when it comes to a past situation, it seems like it's still kind of complicated. Somebody ghosted you, a family member, a friend, somebody, like I said, they come back into the situation. Somebody might be sending you a text, Pisces or cross-watcher, and they might be waiting for you to kind of react to that text or say something so that they get some sort of indication about maybe where the two of you stand. Yeah, some of you Pisces are definitely falling in love with someone. Somebody's in jail. So maybe this is somebody that could be contacting you from jail. Pisces. Some of you could read tarot, or you could be going to a reader about something. Like I said, you're at a crossroads. You're having to make a very crucial decision. So maybe you're talking to, you do divination, or you're going to somebody that can give you some sort of answers or insight. Especially, I think somebody might be going to a reader about your relationship if you have a third party, or you've moved on to somebody else. Somebody is just really trying to dig into some information about you and about what your relationship, your day-to-day contact is with somebody that maybe you're with right now. Because it looks like somebody wants to know if maybe they can come back. And if they feel like your relationship is not working out, they might feel like, because it seems like somebody's kind of waiting for you to leave somebody. Like they don't take your relationship seriously, or they don't think it's going to last. But yeah, somebody at the moment, Pisces or cross watcher, is kind of lost. And you might be the type of person that can give them some sort of guidance, or they come to you for that sort of thing. You know, some of you might be getting guidance from a lawyer. You might need some sort of legal advice about something, Pisces, because something might kind of pop up. You might be maybe needing to make a stop to the post office. Or you might have a package coming in, Pisces. Something's going on with the plumbing in your bathroom, some of you Pisceans. And for others of you, you might need to sort something out with your bank, okay? There might be some money that's kind of held up with your bank situation. You might have some traffic, okay? Something might be keeping you from getting places on time. If you can get gas or charge your car ahead of time, you might really benefit from doing that. You got to spend some time maybe on a getaway, because it seems like maybe you just kind of want to go on an excursion. Maybe you're wanting to go to the beach or go somewhere in particular. Yeah. But you might catch up with somebody from your past. There's somebody that I do feel has some sort of an alcohol issue, or you have a problem with somebody's drinking. Pisces, you might need to call somebody to come and repair something in your house. This seems like maybe it's kind of overdue at this moment, at this point. But yeah, somebody feels like you're avoiding them, Pisces. And so somebody wants to know what's going on with you. Holy Spirit, the advice for the Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, Pisces. You are a kind and loving soul who constantly reaches out and gives to others. But now it's time for you to learn how to graciously receive. Just as with the ebb and flow of the tides, the art of giving and receiving is the natural law and order of the universe. There's something in your life, Pisces, that's happening exactly as it needs to. You may not have any sort of understanding as to why, especially if something's been pending for a while, it's been on hold, or somebody is just, you might view them as an enemy of yours. And it seems like the things that they've been doing have had a really intense hold on you for the longest. You might feel that that is entirely unfair. I think that your spirit guides are stepping in this week to give you some sort of freedom from that. You might be receiving some sort of gift. It could be a literal gift, Pisces, because it might be a birthday month for you. Maybe you are a Gemini, you are a Taurus, or you're on the cusp or whatever. Today is the day of the cusp. So the next couple of days, you're about to receive some sort of a blessing, because I really think that it's you that has been struggling through something for the longest, or it's you that has felt lost about something for the longest. You're getting some sort of blessing. This blessing could turn up in the form of a message that is genuinely intended for you. Spirit guides could be sending a messenger in your path to clear up some sort of confusion for you. I mentioned to you something about your dreams. Maybe your ancestors might be delivering a particular message for you in your dreams. A mother's love. There's something going on with your mom. Your mother, your baby's mom, somebody that you might view as a mentor, be an older sister or whatever, that you might view as a mom or whatever. Maybe your mother has passed. A mother's love is reaching out to you at this time and holding you close. She knows how much you miss her and wants to remind you that this special bond of love can never be broken. If it is not your birthday or whatever, it could be your mom's birthday. Something about a parental figure feels like it's very significant, and it has something to do with restarting a relationship, repairing a relationship, especially when it comes to a child. Yeah, Pisces. Something might be going on with your kids. Maybe it might not be a bad idea to check in with a kid or nurture a particular talent that they have. Cancer Nation. Cancer, this is general. The messages here are general. There may be some things that may apply to you, and there may be some things that may apply to someone else. Take what truly resonates for you and leave the rest. Please don't make any rash decisions based on what you hear only from a general reading. If you would like to get a personal reading from me in particular, you can reach out. You can book a reading on my website, which happens to be angelicaascensionstarot.com. Thank you. We're going to go over some topics. Gemini, Cancer, that are sensitive. You must be on the cusp. Maybe you're born a Gemini Cancer cusp. You, some things in this reading may be kind of sensitive. Cancer, I swear I want to call you Gemini all of a sudden. Hey, please don't make any... Some things that I may say in this reading may be sensitive. That's not the type of reader or reading that you're in search of. Cancer, go ahead and click off. Otherwise, Cancers, let's look into this. You got blurry vision, Cancer. Did you lose your glasses? You might be looking for them. You might feel like you're walking on eggshells in a particular situation. Maybe when it comes to communication with someone, maybe communication this week has been particularly difficult. Maybe there's somebody that you wish would see what you're having to say about something. Maybe you wish someone would take the time to see where maybe you're coming from, or put themselves in your shoes about something that maybe you're going through or you've been going through for the longest. Cancer, forgive me in advance. I might end up calling you Gemini because even though I'm fully aware that I'm reading for Cancer, I hear Gemini louder than I hear Cancer. I don't know why that is, but let's look into that and see what might be happening. I think you're very intuitive, Cancer Nation. You might be aligning with maybe a spiritual gift that you have. There might be a certain lesson that maybe is kind of like revolving in your life. You might feel like you're maybe repeating certain lessons or going through cycles again and again. And maybe something, it seems like when it comes to your healing, your guides are inviting you to take a deep dive, Cancer. Seems like there might be something that might be grabbing your attention, a particular task. But at the same time, while you might be keeping busy, Cancer, it just seems like there might be something about yourself that you might be hiding. And it might be in a particular emotion. Maybe there's somebody that you don't want to see. Maybe you don't want somebody to see how emotional you might feel about something. You might be hiding your facial expression, the look on your face. Cancer, yeah, you've been going through it. It seems like you might be feeling very self-conscious. You might be struggling to feel like you're enough. Or there is somebody around you that could be. And maybe in the past, Cancer, it's been, maybe you just wanted to see the best in people. So maybe you have trusted the wrong sort of people, Cancer, a cross-watcher, and maybe you find yourself in that particular type of situation right about now, where maybe you feel like you've trusted the wrong sort of people, and maybe now you're sitting back and questioning someone's genuine intention, or you're wondering what they wanted from you in the first place. You might be feeling kind of lonely in this area right now when it comes to love and vulnerability. Maybe it's just kind of difficult for you to be vulnerable right about now. Or maybe there's just some sort of circumstance where you feel like maybe you shouldn't be. You might be questioning whether or not you should wear your heart on your sleeve. I think you might be taking a step back from relationships, or the romantic ones anyway. So you can kind of sort things out in your own personal life, because it seems like you've been dealing with some self-doubts. If it is not you that might be going through this, it may be someone younger in your life, somebody that may look up to you. You could possibly be mentoring someone that could be going through something such as this, or you could be giving them some sort of advice about something, some sort of traveling, Cancer, you could be traveling to, it seems like you're crossing some sort of state line, a particular border. Something may be going, I say Leos. The Leos are really active right about now. There's, that could be you. Maybe you have Leo in your chart. But yeah, you might be getting communication from a Leo, unless you are a Cancer Leo. It seems like you want to make peace with something and leave some sort of pettiness behind. Maybe you might use some sort of argument or situation the way it stands right now. You might feel like something is just absolutely petty. Some sort of past conflict. Random, I know. There might be some curiosity, some onlookers from strangers. You might be cleaning up your house, maybe organizing some things in your house. But definitely, it seems like somebody might want to talk to you about something. Somebody, Cancer, they could be viewing you as a brick wall, or they feel like they've hit an obstacle when it comes to you. Like I said, vulnerability, and maybe you feel like that's out the door. So you're kind of like stonewalling somebody. You're a brick wall to somebody, Cancer or cross watcher, right about now this week. And so it seems like somebody can't seem to figure you out. They're looking for a solution to some sort of problem. But it seems like one of you is focused on the solution. The other one of you is focused on the problem. You're focused on the past. And so you're kind of like protecting your energy in that way. So somebody might have a really intense defense mechanism, Cancer. Somebody might be just kind of mean, kind of frustrating to speak with. It just seems like there's somebody, like I said, that you don't like, or somebody that you trusted, and now you're looking at them like, wow, really? That's who you are? Somebody's showing you their true colors, and they're being very critical and extremely judgmental. Like I said, that might be what's causing you to kind of back away and kind of, do your own thing. Okay. So some people might be viewing you as MIA. I don't think it's a mystery as to why, Cancer. I think somebody knows exactly why, that maybe you're not really talking to them like that, or that you don't really F with them that way. You might have a sweets fetish. You might have some sweets cravings. Yeah, I think you are. I think you do. So maybe you might be gravitating to comfort foods, and maybe you might have a sweet tooth. There is some sort of phone call that might be coming through from someone. It may have something to do with a contract. It seems like it has something to do with your living situation. Maybe some of you are wanting to move, because I mentioned you could be crossing some border, some sort of state line. What's going on? You definitely have some strangers that are curious about you. So maybe somebody might be randomly kind of standing around texting. I don't know. You're grabbing the attention of somebody, but I think this is some sort of phone call that's coming in to you, or you might need to get in touch with someone. Cancer. I think you're, you might, to clear up some sort of confusion, you might need to talk to somebody. As much as you might be avoiding a, Cancer, or somebody's, refusal of the call. Thank you. I see it now. You're refusing somebody's call, somebody's phone call. Like I said, something might need to be cleared up. It could be with a kid's teacher or whatever. I don't know. Maybe somebody could be calling you from a blocked number, a number you don't recognize. Some sort of conversation may need to take place this week to clear up some sort of curiosity. Clear up some sort of curiosity. I said cure. Maybe somebody has some sort of an illness. I think it's the fact that you feel that someone will not take the slightest bit of accountability. Maybe you feel like somebody walked off in the middle of an argument or whatever. Anyway, I think that financially for you, or with some sort of contract, you might be getting, you might be connecting with someone. You could be making some sort of deal, renewing some sort of contract or whatever, deciding whether or not you're going to renew, or this is you paying on some sort of a contract. I mentioned to you some sort of living situation. You have some sort of damage to the wall? Because it looks like something might literally be going on with a wall. You might need a wall repaired, or maybe you might be doing some touch up to the paint or whatever. What's going on with this contract? You might be entering into something new. Okay, there could be a renewal of a contract. Or you're deciding whether or not you're going to stay put in a particular situation with a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, or that could be you, Cancer. That's what I mean. It's been all out melee. Somebody's been going for the jugular. Somebody does not care about whether or not somebody gets hurt. Like I said, it seems like you're kind of like backing away from the action right now. Cancer, somebody's coming back around, and it could be, look at that, a Gemini. There might be a delay in this Gemini coming back around, or whomever this is. So you might be kind of keeping your distance from someone. Yeah, this opportunity has something to do with work. You're working out a contract, the details of the fine print of something. Cancer, a cross watcher. Trust and believe when I say somebody is kind of, let's clarify what the Seven of Swords is about. Lo and behold, it is a Leo. But you also have an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Spotlight is on the Leo. Somebody has a Leo in their chart. Okay, that might be the person that's contacting you, and maybe this is you avoiding that. Okay, you might be meeting someone new for the first time, Cancer. Maybe this person is an Aquarius. Right beneath that is Queen of Swords. There could be some sort of encounter with an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. Gemini is the dominant air sign. Yep. So, I mean, somebody's going to be kind of slow to reach out. Or this is the wall. This is an obstacle speaking to somebody. After there's just been some very offensive things that are said. Somebody lost their temper. It seems like somebody went for the jugular. Like somebody took it way too far. Or this is somebody possibly, Cancer or cross watcher, putting their hands on you. Somebody's being really aggressive. And I think somebody might feel like they can fix it with an apology. Like I said, finances might feel a little bit out of your grasp at the beginning of the week, but it seems like things might find a way to settle down. You might be getting some creative ideas that maybe you could be implementing into a business, or things that could possibly help you focus at work, that could help things flow a little bit better. Your sleep schedule might be a little bit off. You might be feeling a little bit under the weather. Maybe you're not feeling like yourself. You might just kind of normally, Cancer, have some sort of mental health struggle. Or it might just be because of some circumstances that are going on in your situation that just might really be aggravating you and bugging you. Okay, so relationships, especially the close ones, they might seem a little bit complicated. You might connect with this person a little bit later on to kind of sort things out. Maybe when things become a little bit more calm, especially when it comes to a family member or somebody who is close to you like family. A trip to the ocean, or maybe a coastal state. It doesn't even have to be a state. You could be traveling overseas possibly. But it seems like maybe you might be getting communication from someone, maybe from something, a place such as this. You're expecting somebody to be honesty, or you did expect honesty from someone, and it just seems like honesty cannot be found from someone in particular that you feel is just like, I don't know, like I said, just very aggressive, or you're trying to confront somebody and get the truth from them, and instead of being honest, they're very confrontational. Okay, like I said, it just seems like somebody's out to win. Somebody's out to kind of get somebody in this situation. Once again, you have a situation with somebody who could be in the military, could have a military background. Yeah, somebody's saying something to you, Cancer or cross watcher, to really aggravate you, get under your skin. And you might, I'm not saying, Cancer, to take off on somebody, but you might feel like you want to. Or your kids might be bickering, and maybe it's them that's just, you might feel like it's children that can't get along. The advice, Holy Spirit, for the Cancer Nation, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. The letter Q. could be relevant in your situation, as well as the letter J. Maybe somebody's nickname could be J. Ground yourself, Cancer. Being distracted, unfocused, tired, irritated, and impatient are all signs that you're ungrounded. Now is the time to become centered and allow Spirit to help you ground and reconnect with the divine source. Something this week, like I said, it has you irritated. You're hot and bothered by somebody. You're really pressed by somebody's energy. But it's like your guys are saying, is this really necessary? Okay. But somebody might get kind of emotional about it. This is you, Cancer. Ground yourself. Because like I said, it's either somebody mocking you, running their mouth about you. It's like somebody thinks like that something is entertaining. It's comical to kind of see you maybe go through something. And this could be you reacting. I think that's what somebody is looking for, some sort of reaction. Scorpio. This reading may resonate with you if you happen to have Scorpio in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus dominant in your natal chart. You're cross-watching for someone who has Scorpio in those placements, and maybe even your 7th house. You might have Scorpio there. Please don't make any rash decisions, Scorpio, based on a general reading. If you would like a reading based on your own energy, you can book a reading on my website, which happens to be angelicsascensionstarot.com. We're going to go over some topics that are sensitive. Please excuse yourself if you're not in the headspace to maybe deal with sensitive topics, or you might find that maybe you're, because I tend to be very straightforward and kind of blunt at times. I'm not for everyone, Scorpio, so just keep that in mind. You might have some sort of an issue with your father, Scorpio, or cross-watcher. You might have a legal situation, possibly ongoing with your child's father. You're having some sort of a legal situation. Something is pending, Scorpio. It may have something to do with a lease, a living situation, that may be some sort of contract. Some of you are trying to sort out a love relationship and whether or not this is something that will last long term, because it seems like you're connected to a soulmate, yet it feels like some of you, this is a Scorpio to Scorpio relationship. It seems like the issue is that somebody is a liar, or you view them this way. Lying, a bit controlling, and I think you've been on an emotional roller coaster with someone, Scorpio or cross-watcher, for the longest. And I think this is the week that you might decide to step back and kind of take a break from this, to kind of see what's going on. I think that you're fully aware that that somebody has been involved with somebody else. And maybe behind your back, somebody is acting like they're completely single when they're supposed to be in a committed relationship. So I think that you're possibly putting silence between you and a romantic partner for right now. So maybe things are a bit complicated right now with the way that things are going. It seems like pride is going to be a big issue about what might keep you and this person apart. And maybe it has something to do with the fact that somebody is just inconsistent. You can't expect consistency from this person at all. I think, Scorpio, somebody has too much pride to tell you that they love you and they miss you. And I think that maybe somebody might be just kind of too afraid to maybe come forth and say how they feel. This may have been someone, Scorpio, that you've already moved on from, and maybe this person may have dated other people, but it seems like there's just something about you in particular that is left like a permanent imprint on their mind. Like they might be looking for you and other people, and it seems like this week someone wants to recover a situation with you. Like I said, this could be a parent-child situation. Somebody's wanting to maybe fix this. do some repair work, especially if this has something to do with a Gemini or a past lover. Somebody might be inventing stories in their mind about you or this situation. But it looks like for some of you, this is family members. Maybe some of you, you're silent when it comes to family. Maybe you really don't trust family members right about now. It seems like this week is kind of difficult for you to keep your cool. Like I said, you might be just feeling all over the place and very emotional. And it might be a guessing game to other people, Scorpio, as to maybe what you're dealing with or what's the deal with you mentally. Somebody just kind of doesn't know. They can't quite figure you out. So this is something that maybe you feel like kind of sharing with somebody about maybe what's going on. It might not be a bad idea, but it seems like it's the fact that somebody can't seem to express themselves. Okay, so let's get to the real deal. Scorpio, somebody's afraid to contact you. For others of you, you're afraid to maybe contact the court about something. Because it seems like you might be expecting the worst. Why are you afraid to contact somebody? I want to know, Scorpio. You feel like it'll go absolutely nowhere. I think one of you sees it that way. You kind of already know what to think about this person, or you feel like you already kind of have them figured out. You know somebody like the back of your hand, Scorpio, or you might feel that you do. Yeah. Maybe you feel like somebody doesn't want to listen. It seems like somebody might have a difficult time apologizing. And it seems like there's somebody that's really holding on to a grudge, or somebody is perceiving someone as holding on to a grudge, because maybe when you do try to talk to someone, you feel that they're absolutely manipulative. They try to manipulate the situation by being defensive. And like I said, the conversation goes absolutely nowhere. It just goes in circles. So somebody does not see the point in maybe trying to reconcile, or somebody just doesn't know how to go about this. But it does seem that there is a reconciliation that someone wants to bring to the situation. It's just that, like I said, it just seems like somebody might talk, run their mouth, or talk over you. So somebody feels like it's just like, well, why? Why have this conversation? Because trust, somebody wants to reach out. Pisces, but like, this is not Pisces, this is Scorpio. Maybe it's a Pisces that's afraid to contact you. Somebody could be an athlete. Pisces, Scorpio. I think that whatever was said, somebody, oh yeah, it left somebody's maybe afraid to say how they really feel. Some of you are in a violent sort of situation, or just somebody is just verbally aggressive. Somebody feels like they can't say what they need to say, or they can't just be outright honest without somebody being, like I said, defensive. It seems like somebody can't seem to see where you're coming from. They don't want to see your side of the picture, your side of the story. Where does this go, Spirit guides? For Scorpio. Maybe you have 3 kids with someone. Maybe this has something to do with your child. It's going to be a parent-child interaction. Goodness. Scorpio, you might see a lot of bugs around you this week. Or you might notice that something is just bugging somebody. Maybe you feel like you're tripping, but you're not. That's what I mean. You might feel like something's bugging somebody by the way that they're acting. Maybe somebody's acting kind of odd, kind of weird, but still being themselves, if that makes sense. Somebody's kind of overwhelmed by some things that are going on in their life. Scorpio, you might know someone to do magic. Somebody's just real heavy into that. Somebody wants to come to where you're at. Scorpio. That's what that feels like. Somebody feels like they burned a bridge with you. Possibility for union. So that might be why somebody wants to come where you are. Somebody's feeling lost. Somebody might feel like they need direction. They might be getting advice from some people. And they might be getting some bad advice, some of them. But I think somebody's trying to figure out how to approach you or approach a particular situation. Scorpio. Either it's like somebody is nonverbal. They don't communicate well. They don't do well in emotional situations. Okay. This seems like it has something to do with the way that they communicate, or do you communicate. Somebody might be very soft-spoken. Maybe. I mean, somebody feels like they can't be honest. Maybe the other person is just kind of soft-spoken. And the other, you know what I mean? It's that sort of thing. Anyway, it seems like this is the week to maybe look into your physical health, Scorpio or cross watcher. You could be reaching out to your doctor. You could be reaching out to a creditor, but in particular, who's highlighted as a fire sign. Be mindful of your finances this week, Scorpio. They might be a little bit, kind of short or a little bit delayed. At work, you might have some people that you want to kind of steer clear of because you might feel that they're fake or that they lack ethics. They lack work ethic. So I think you might be kind of playing it smart with your interactions with certain people. Somebody's really trying to maybe climb the corporate ladder. Somebody's looking for an opportunity. Somebody might be kind of jealous that there are doors opening up for you, Scorpio or cross watcher. It seems like you might be looking for a new job. You might be looking for better work. Because, wow, if this is going on at the job, maybe you have just a loud boss, or you might be getting into some sort of an accident. So be mindful about what's going on with your driving. You could be driving kind of distracted, or somebody drinks a lot and then they get behind the wheel. Some things might happen this week that you're not prepared for, especially financially. You might lose your phone. Scorpio, maybe you might need to get a new one. Like I said, interaction with children seems like they might be a bit complicated. A money matter, like I said, it's with some structure. It seems like you might be able to figure this out. But you got to get a hold of this shopping, Scorpio. It just seems like you might be shopping a lot. The advice, Holy Spirit, reaching out is what came out. We know you're reaching out right now for help due to a current situation. Support is as much about the physical act of accepting help where offered as it is about the emotional benefits and learning that it's truly okay to accept support when it is presented to you. This might, like I said, maybe you're afraid to contact somebody you owe money to, a creditor. Because it looks like you need help due to a current situation. I can't imagine that you'd be afraid to ask your spirit guides. Maybe so. Maybe that's an issue for you. Anyway, this might be the week that you might need to reach out for help. Or there could be somebody that might be afraid to maybe reach out to ask help from you. Especially when it comes to a living situation. Somebody might be struggling with their living situation right about now, or struggling with something in their life, Scorpio. Soul power. Always remember you're a soul that comes with a body, not a body that comes with a soul. Your soul is your true essence, and you have an unlimited supply of soul power at your command whenever you need it. So this is like your spirit guide saying you have everything that you need. Whatever it is that you may need, you feel it's like you have it at your beck and call. Your guys are saying you need only ask. There's somebody, Scorpio, that you might need to reach out to ask for help. Or like I said, somebody might be doing this to you. But there's in particular a relationship with a father figure. Maybe you have a relationship with a father figure that is strained. Your relationship with your baby's dad, or I don't know, your brother, you're watching this going on. You're an onlooker to the situation. It may not be happening to you physically, but you might be the spectator of this sort of thing. Either way, a father's love for his son or daughter never dies. The strength gained from such love is often unquantifiable, and that it can be tapped in at any moment for whatever reason, whether your father is still here or has passed. A father's love is one of the strongest bonds any of us will ever experience. And some of you could be maybe sorting out a father issue within self. Because it could be that maybe now that you are a parent, you might realize that there are certain things that maybe you are kind of passing down to your children that maybe you feel was a flaw within your parent. Maybe there's something that you're kind of letting go of in that sort of way. Either way, it seems like any sort of generational trauma, you're letting that go. But you have Six of Cups. This has everything to do with the past. It seems like the past is sort of relevant in your situation. Scorpio, maybe you feel like somebody cannot let go of the past. They're constantly bringing up the past. But like I said, somebody wants you to see a situation from their perspective. They want you to see the other side of the coin. They feel like you only see things from your perspective. And somebody might feel kind of hurt about that. And you got, it would have something to do with children. And trust and believe children are being divinely protected and looked after. Not just this week, Scorpio, but always. Taurus, this is general. So this means that the messages within this reading may resonate. Some of it may not. Disregard what is not a message, that is genuinely intended for you. If it doesn't resonate, let it go. Certain things in the reading may be playing out in somebody else's situation if they are not playing out for you directly. Please don't make any rash decisions based on what you hear from a general reading. If you would like a reading based on your own personal energy, Taurus, you can book a reading with me on my website, or a reader that resonates for you. I tend to talk about delicate topics, and I tend to be very straightforward. If any of these types of things are disturbing to you, here is your opportunity to click off. I'm not for everyone. Okay. Taurus. Right off the bat. I don't know. Maybe you're experiencing some sort of issue with discrimination. For whatever reason. You might be around some very judgmental people. This week you might have a lot of deadlines. And it definitely feels that there is someone that is maybe trying to muster up the courage to reconcile with you. For some of you, there might be somebody that might really want to ask you out on a date, Taurus, or spend some time with you. If it's not like a romantic sort of connection with somebody, it seems like somebody really wants this with you. They want to spend time with you, but maybe they just kind of don't know how to approach you. Let's see what's going on, Taurus. Or you might see somebody, Taurus. Somebody might catch your eye and maybe, I don't know. I think somebody is attracted to you. I think somebody might be keeping it on the low, though, Taurus. But this is somebody that just may not want you to know maybe how into you they are. Let me see. What's going on with Taurus? There's a Scorpio in your energy this week. Taurus, your opposite energy. Your opposite sign. You may not realize this, Taurus, but it seems like you're on the brink of something very significant. Maybe some sort of breakthrough that maybe you've been looking for. It seems like you might be on the verge of that this week. You could be achieving something significant. You could be traveling. It could be for a particular project. Somebody wants to connect with you. It could be professionally. You're on the verge of some sort of breakthrough after a period of confinement. Maybe you feel like your movements were limited. Maybe literally. Maybe you've had some sort of an injury. But I think this might be going on for you professionally. There's been some sort of ongoing issue, ongoing problem, Taurus. And it seems like you might be coming up with some sort of solution to this. I think you have been having some sort of physical pain. Yeah. You might be looking into maybe getting that resolved. There's some new opportunities, Taurus. There's some new doors that are opening up for you that I feel are professional relationships, professional interactions with people. This could be maybe a job interview. You got Ace of Cups, but beneath that is the Death card. So maybe you are getting out of something. Maybe you are trying your hand at love again. Maybe you are open to love again. Maybe you might let that wall down a little bit. Death comes out again. Definitely a Scorpio. What's going on with the Devil? I think this is your inner voice. Goodness, I guess we're getting into the thick of it already. Taurus, maybe you are very judgmental of yourself, very hard on yourself. Or there's somebody that's in your energy that's doing this to you. Somebody could be talking to you to a Taurus. Okay. Maybe somebody is. Maybe somebody is talking to you in any sort of way, Taurus. Maybe you don't like somebody's tone. Yes, thank you. Somebody's coming across very critical. And it seems like it might be testing your anger. Okay, so maybe you are. Maybe you're feeling kind of pissed about it. Somebody is fearful of something. Okay, like I said, you might be afraid to approach someone about something. We're going to see what this is. Maybe it is. Maybe you do want to talk to someone about something. What's going on with Taurus? Okay, yeah. I think that you're tired of being vulnerable. Or you're not wanting to be vulnerable just for the possibility that you could get shot down. That's interesting. Did somebody pass in the shooting? We do have death here twice. I think somebody's afraid to talk to you, or you're afraid to talk to somebody, possibly because they're angry. Or you kind of expect somebody to maybe go off on you, be pissed at you. Are you angry at somebody? You might be. And it might have something to do with the fact that maybe somebody just has some sort of a drinking problem. Some sort of an addiction that maybe you wish that somebody would get away from. Yeah, maybe somebody turns into someone entirely different after they've had a bit of alcohol. Taurus, cross watcher. Or maybe this is you. Maybe you're an emotional drinker. But it looks like there's an issue with anger. Either this is you're observing this sort of thing. Taurus. It seems like it's time to talk. Does somebody want to come back? No. I don't think that you're open to this. Taurus. Somebody that might be a physical distance away from you. Because it seems like you're holding this all in. Somebody is. They're keeping silent maybe about some feelings that they feel. It seems like they feel like they have to, because it seems as though that's the issue. If somebody does maybe voice their opinion about something, somebody comes out and they scrutinize everything that somebody says. Pick it apart. Maybe pick you apart. So that's what I mean. It just seems like somebody is holding a grudge. They're angry about something. And it's because of the fact that somebody can't say what's really on their mind. So this week, you might feel that it's kind of that somebody's keeping their distance, especially after there's been a lot of obstacles or a relationship has been challenged in a certain way. And it seems like somebody is kind of dealing with the emotional loss of this situation. Somebody feels that they've lost you. Taurus or cross watcher. Especially if this is a love situation, somebody's really butthurt over the fact that maybe you're keeping your distance and that there's been disharmony. But you're keeping your distance because it's hard for you you're tired of being criticized and torn apart by somebody. Somebody's defense mechanism is pretty harsh. Somebody has a hard time really letting people in, really letting people get close to them. So it seems like somebody could be coming across as real mean, angry, or whatever. But it doesn't have anything to do with you, Taurus. It has everything to do with what's going on within them. Somebody criticizes themselves constantly. So because they criticize themselves, they're going to be doing the same thing to you. That's just their inner atmosphere. Let's see what happens after this. There's a child that may want to feel wanted. And there may be a parent that needs to be vocal about that. Or there's a child that's just looking for that acceptance. And Taurus, this could even be your inner child that might be looking for that acceptance. This could be you. Maybe this is why part of the reason why you might be looking for relationships with people that are very damaging, because of that inner child that's looking for that acceptance. This could have been you, your existence between a parent and a child, a parent that was very critical. And maybe you didn't feel like you had a voice to be able to maybe say what's on your mind. Or you feel that no one really listened to you, or there's somebody that just kind of drowned you out. Maybe there were some things that were on your mind that maybe you really wanted to share. So instead, maybe you're pulling away from people because maybe it's just kind of difficult this week for you to trust. On a relationship level, it seems like maybe you're feeling like, you know what, maybe we should let each other go. And it doesn't even have to be on a romantic level. Maybe there is somebody you feel like you need to kind of like let out of your life, or a friend that you feel that you just need to drop. But this is a romantic situation. I don't get it. Somebody wants to be more than friends, but they're just kind of mean. I don't get how that would work. But maybe relationships are just kind of awkward for you to tackle, Taurus. Or you're dealing with someone that has that sort of an issue. This is going to just be an emotional week for you, Taurus. Or you're dealing with somebody who is just emotional. And it seems like the only sort of emotion that you can seem to get out of somebody is anger. Like you don't seem like you see a tender moment from this person, or you haven't lately. They don't seem to show any sort of vulnerability. Like I said, the one emotion that you consistently see from them is just, like I said, anger. There might be some financial changes that could be coming up. Some of these financial changes for some of you Taurians could be for the better. You might be going through a spiritual awakening this week. Your third eye may be opening even more. Conflicts this week might be kind of touchy. It might be kind of difficult for you to resolve these things. So instead, it seems like you might be kind of focused on your money, your financial situation, and maybe making some sort of change when it comes to something that's been stalled, or something you've had to put on the back burner. Like I said, you might not realize that you're on the brink of some sort of breakthrough when it comes to your career. Because it seems like there's, like I mentioned to you, some sort of opportunity that's been delayed. It seems like it comes in for you. Money might be a little bit delayed. It might be easy for you to kind of spend out of control, Taurus, or you feel like you just can't seem to keep money in your pockets, but you might be getting some money that maybe you were not really expecting. It might be dropping in to your situation or somebody around you. This might give you the opportunity to work on your credit or pay off some bills to kind of get you set up for what's coming up next. Some of you, you could be playing the waiting game in your situation, especially if you're waiting for a call back with work. It could be a background check that could be delaying situations. Because it looks like some of you Taurians, you're out of work. You're waiting for an interview to come in, or you're looking for a loan to maybe tide you over with some sort of financial situation that you're going through. Something seems like it works out for you in the nick of time for some of you Taurians. But for others of you Taurians, you're worried about your work performance because you might feel like you've been a little bit distracted. You've been a little bit emotional. And so maybe that's something that's kind of taking you off task. Don't do that, Taurus. Don't go to work drunk. Somebody might be taking advantage of that sort of, just don't. You know what I mean? Drunk, hungover, it's all the same thing. Somebody might be seeing you as buzzed. You might be house hunting, but I think for a lot of you, you're job hunting. A legal situation could be going on in your situation. You need to renew your insurance, Taurus, possibly. There's just a lot on your mind. You might be questioning every single move that you're making. You might be having a lot of nightmares, Taurus. Random, I promise. You might be going back to a place that you're very familiar with in your dreams. You might be dreaming of someone that you know. Okay. And that might be what's kind of having you feeling like you should reach out to somebody. They could be having a dream about you. There's something you wanted for the longest, Taurus. It seems like your wish is granted. You're going to be getting some good news connected to this in the near future. Travel plans seem like they might be a little bit delayed. You might be putting those off for a minute. Connections with children feel like they're very important, especially when it comes to parenthood. Your children might be crying out for your attention, or you've been in separation from a child. You might notice that you might have a feeling that maybe something is going on with them. And for some of you, you might actually discover something that has been hidden from you. If this is you getting slapped around, I mean, it's kind of hard to believe that this is a Taurus getting slapped around. Anything is possible. It could be the Taurus that's the abuser. I think somebody is physically abusive. Maybe this is why the death card has come out more than once. Because maybe it is time to let something go that you've been holding on for the longest to. If it's not you, then somebody around you could be. And you might be noticing this about somebody else's relationship. I don't know, Taurus. It just seems like somebody is just deathly afraid of letting go of somebody and moving on. Maybe you're clinging to something that because you feel like it's familiar, even if it's not a person, it just feels like it's time to let go of something in your life. Maybe it's hard for you maybe you're going through a grieving process and it's just really hard for you to maybe come to grips with the fact that someone has passed, because it seems like, Taurus, for the longest you've been going through something, and maybe you want to kind of go through this alone. I don't know. Or somebody around you, they're keeping it all in. You might be working out. Maybe you're trying to get rid of some belly girth. I don't know. Taurus. If it's not you, then it's somebody around you. I don't know. I don't think this is the week that you might make peace with someone, Taurus, but I think you could possibly be going through it to a therapist to maybe look into some healing. But these are not surface level issues, Taurus. This feels like this is going deep and it's affecting your relationships with other people. Somebody might have like, what am I trying to say? A crystal name, like somebody's named after a crystal. Somebody's name could be jade, amber, amethyst. I don't know. Something such as this. Either way, there's some sort of a dilemma that you've been dealing with, or somebody around you has been dealing with, and you might be coming up with a solution to that coming up this week, Taurus or cross watcher. How can I be more flexible right now? What are you trying to control? Maybe it's time to let go. Let love move through you today and trust the outcome will be for your highest good. Remind yourself all day long that you are safe and that life is happening for you and that you are not alone. Then do some yoga. There's something that you're trying to control towards, or somebody around you. Maybe you feel like somebody is trying to control you, but your guides are saying it is time to let go and trust that the outcome will be for your highest good. This is with something in your life. You got to let go of something. It seems like you've reached the end of the road with something in your life, Taurus. You guys say trust your vibes. You might catch a vibe about somebody and you might be absolutely right. It could be about their intentions, or it could be about maybe something that they're going through. New beginnings. Thank you, angels, for opening the doors to change. I am ready. Yes, thank you, Spirit, because this is why a death has to occur. It seems like there's some sort of new beginning. Maybe somebody might pass and there might be a baby that's born afterward. It feels like it's some sort of circle, some sort of cycle. Seems like it's time for something to end. Taurus, the advice for Taurus. The haters are going to be, they're going to be running thick, Taurus. You might have some people that are in your ear. The angels are guiding me through my inner voice. Trust what your inner voice is telling you about certain situations, how to resolve some sort of dilemma, especially if it's a legal one, because that seems like that might be a bit complicated. Yeah. The name Raphael could be significant in your situation. Yep. Something's going to require you to face some sort of challenge, Taurus. And it might be kind of hard for you to kind of step out of familiar places or comfort zones, that sort of thing, in order for you to go to the next level. This reading may resonate with you if you happen to have Virgo in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus dominant. Hey, Angelina, thank you for the feedback. My wife is Amber and my daughter is Jade. Thank you. So I know I'm not going crazy with the things that I'm feeling and sensing. That might even be the case with you too, Virgo. This reading may resonate with you if you happen to have Virgo in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus dominant in your natal chart. If you're cross-watching for a Virgoan, you have it in your 7th house. These might be something in this reading may resonate for you. Something may stand out. The things that do not, please don't get distracted or get taken off course by these things. Those may have been messages intended for someone else's ears if it is not a genuine message for you. Please don't make any rash decisions based on the things that you hear in a general reading. Because like I said, not everything will apply to you. If you'd like to book a reading based on your own personal energy, you can, of course, book me for a reading on my website, which happens to be angelicscensionstarot.com. Lastly, Virgoans, we're going to go over some topics that might be kind of delicate, might be kind of touchy, might get kind of sensitive. That's not your thing, or you're not into readers that are just very direct and straight to the point. Capricorn, Mercury. I tend to be that way sometimes. So if that's not your thing, here's your opportunity to go ahead and click off. Otherwise, those of you who are ready to take a deep dive with me, Virgo, let's look into some things. Let's see what might be going on. Whatever's going on in your situation directly, Virgo, or someone around you. It seems like something is kind of heavy. Something is heavy laden on someone's mind. Eternal embrace. Maybe there is someone that you that is a twin flame, or someone that you feel like you're intertwined with and on this journey. And I don't know what's going on with this situation yet. Let's look into it. Virgo, it just seems like there's someone on your mind. It seems like it's a commitment. Maybe for some of you Virgoans, the person that you love is maybe with someone else. And maybe it's just hard for you to deal with that. Somebody might feel that they have lost you. That might be the case in a romantic sense. But for some of you, if we're talking about platonic relationships, Virgo, somebody wants to move forward. They want to move forward from the past. They feel like the past has just been something that has been dragging the relationship down. Like somebody is feeling as though somebody can't seem to separate the past from the present. What's going on with the Virgo nation? This week, not reading for Taurus. This is Virgo. But I hear Taurus. Virgo. There's something that might be kind of hard for you to deal with this week. You might be kind of anxious around other people. You might feel that there's somebody that's trying to disguise something. There's somebody around you that might be trying to impress a lot of people. Unless this is you. Somebody could be afraid to maybe reveal their true personality, or there could be somebody who could be afraid to maybe be revealed as a fraud. Okay, somebody's afraid that maybe some sort of situation about them is going to be aired out. Virgo or cross watcher. Maybe by you. Maybe you know something and maybe that's leverage. Somebody views that as leverage. Virgo or cross watcher. You got to be dealing with a Scorpio. For some of you Virgos, you might be viewing somebody as two-faced. You might feel that somebody acts one way around you and then behind closed doors, somebody's doing a completely different thing. Perhaps this is why there are boundaries between you and someone, whether it is you that has placed those boundaries or it is someone else that has done so. Somebody is looking back at a situation as though it has been a complete disaster. Somebody wishes that somebody would stop following the crowd and maybe get their own mind, or not be easily influenced about what other people are thinking or saying. Sweet Virgo, you might feel like you're kind of burdened down by a lot of responsibilities, maybe a lot of emotion. Maybe you might feel like you're kind of paranoid about people. Maybe there are some people that you feel cannot be trusted. For some of you, it's for good reason that you're feeling this way. Because like I said, somebody in your energy this week, Virgo, could be two-faced. Or somebody could be viewing you this way. But for others of you, it just seems like it's kind of like, okay, I'm not sure, who I can trust, who I cannot. Because it seems like you're having some sort of internal conflict. Something might be frustrating your progress this week, Virgo, especially when it comes to a living situation. You might be somebody that might be reacting very easily to something. And maybe there's something going on social media, possibly. Maybe there's something that you might see on social media that might make you feel unhappy. Somebody could be saying something to you on social media that could be a bit slanderous. Or maybe they have. Virgo or cross watcher. Seems like it's kind of difficult this week for you to adapt to new situations. What's going on with Virgos? You have some people that might be gathering around you. I'm trying to see why. It just seems like you're very active on social media. So maybe you might be kind of sharing a little bit, maybe more than usual. Maybe you might be posting more than usual. Seems like there might be more eyeballs on you this week than normal. Virgo. But one of these people could be a Scorpio and one of them could obviously be a Taurus. There's for sure a Gemini that's around you. You might be reevaluating some things in your life, especially work. maybe some traveling. Maybe you've had to put some travel plans on hold. Virgo, maybe there's somebody that you've wanted to go see, but maybe things are just a bit in limbo right now. You might be taking a visit to a child's teacher. Maybe you might be getting back into your hobbies, Virgo. Maybe you're a genius at music. Maybe you make beats. Or you're a musician or this sort of thing. Seems like there might be something going on with a child of yours. Maybe they're having some sort of inner turmoil, or there's something that's going on within the home life of a child that could be relevant to you. Somebody could be concerned about someone's safety, and this could have something to do with a Pisces. A Pisces child, a Pisces individual. Something's definitely going on at home, Virgo. Maybe there's a situation that you want to escape from. Maybe it's something you don't want to face, and it might be easier for you to avoid something rather than confront this very thing. And it seems like it might have something to do with a commitment. And it may have something to do with a Leo. Somebody might be a Leo Mars, a Leo Mercury. Seems like somebody's trying to muster up the courage to maybe say something to you, or there's something that you might need to do. This week, Virgo, somebody is taking things too far. Like I said, you might feel like somebody is two-faced. There might be a backstabbing situation. Somebody could be teasing you. They could be throwing shade. They could be bullying you. Somebody might be tempting you to engage in their behavior. Because it seems like somebody might feel like this kind of boosts their ego. It boosts their self-esteem to see some sort of emotion or get some sort of rise out of you. And it seems like the things that someone is saying to you or about you, Virgo, could be untrue. And something could be embarrassing you. Either this is happening, or this is the fear that something such as this could be happening. Or you could possibly be maybe trying to protect someone. This week, it seems like it might be beneficial for you to find some time to relax and unwind, because it seems like you've been going through a lot. You got to take some time to take it easy. Maybe tune some things out, especially some negativity. You always have anxiety, Virgo. Either you have this anxiety, like you're having a panic attack, or somebody around you could be. Maybe you might be getting off in the morning. Maybe that's the type of morning you're getting off to this week. It's just like where you're kind of rushing to kind of scramble. You know what I mean? Scrambling to maybe get things done or get things in order. Might be difficult this week for you to stay on target. That's interesting. Stay on target. Maybe you might be going to Target. Maybe. You might need to multitask this week, but it seems like there's a lot of distractions. Or you might be easily distracted by some things that somebody is saying, because I think that the haters they're kind of they kind of run deep, okay? Or there's just one in particular that is just really irritating to you. Virgo. Virgo. You got spiders. You might be noticing a lot of bug activity around you. Go. You might have some sort of sugar craving. Virgo. I don't know, Virgo. I'm not going to say it. You have something. Okay. What's going on with Virgo spirit guides? Somebody's trying to ruin your reputation, Virgo, or cross-watcher. Somebody's going to claim this week, Virgo, that they have dirt on you. Or, you know what I mean? It seems like somebody's trying to gather receipts on you. Okay, so a lot of pettiness in the background. Like I said, some sort of, you got some haterism or some hostilities, conflict with people. People that just don't seem like they know how to let things rest. Careful about driving distracted. People this week, Virgo might see you as a bit of an introvert. They might see you as somebody that does not want to be bothered. Or maybe somebody that doesn't want to listen. You might be irritated by somebody that just does not want to listen. Because it does feel like there is someone that wants to communicate. Now, they could be communicating with you telepathically, and you might be feeling that on some level, especially after some sort of misunderstanding. Be careful of victim mentality, because you might feel a bit victimized by certain people. Because it seems like Virgo or crosswatcher, somebody does not feel like you're going to stand firm, or that you're going to stand up for yourself in some particular situation. You could be starting something new, Virgo. This could be a new position, a new job in your life. Maybe you're wanting to move on to something else. Professionally, maybe you might be getting some more exercise. I think you might want to move on. You might think about it. Even if you don't move on to something else, it just seems like you might be working a job that is just no longer something that you feel is maybe the right line of work for you. You might just kind of be working this situation for now, but maybe there's something that maybe you did formerly. You might be thinking about going back to that. Something else new that you could be getting into could be making you a good income. So maybe you might have some more time on your hands right about now, Virgo, and you might be maybe beginning to put together a money strategy for you. Because it seems like something unexpected could be coming up for you and it might be a good idea if you can swing it, Virgo, to have some money put away. You're going to be getting some good news coming in about a work opportunity or an opportunity for growth in some area in your career. But trust that there's something hidden from you, especially when it comes to your work atmosphere. Something in that situation is hidden from you, and it seems like it's going to be revealed to you. It might come in through to you through some sort of psychic insight. This could even be your mom that might have a vibe or feeling that maybe a child is going through something. But I think you might be waking up to your purpose, Virgo. Maybe you're a public speaker. You're an advocate. You are an activist of some type. Holy Spirit, anything else for the Virgo? Whatever is done in the dark, Virgo, is definitely coming to light. Either this is about you. Like I said, somebody might feel like they have dirt on you, or you might feel like you have it on somebody. Somebody is ready to spill the tea. They're just ready for it. There's definitely somebody that you might view as a player that wants another chance with you. But I think you're tired of the merry-go-round with that situation. It seems like this just begins to be nothing but a repetitive cycle. Holy Spirit, what is anything else that might be coming up for the Virgo nation? Seven of Swords. Oh no, maybe literally somebody is a martial artist. What is the Seven of Swords about? I think this is somebody that's in your energy. What is the Seven of Swords? Spirit guides. It may have something to do with a Leo. You got Strength in reverse. I think you see right straight through someone. This could possibly be an air sign. Air sign in Virgo, Libra, Virgo cusp, possibly Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, with the tower beneath that. This is what I mean. Something is about to be revealed about something or someone. Somebody might be a little bit embarrassed or unhappy about the fact that something is told about them. But trust, it seems like you're able to see through somebody's manipulation, their tactics. Somebody might be smiling in your face. I'm going to say it again, Virgo, or crosswatcher. Somebody in your situation is two-faced. The advice, Holy Spirit, for the Virgo nation. I said, Virgo, Reading can go, it could be reversed. Somebody could be seeing you this way. It doesn't mean that it's true. But somebody is claiming that they have evidence that what they're saying is true. Or that's just the issue. Somebody doesn't have evidence. They're making claims to something, but they can't back it up. Oh, you got a hex. Somebody's doing. Be still and allow the enemy to reveal themselves. Confirmation of what I just said. Somebody in your situation is two-faced. They're going to reveal themselves. You're going to see something for yourself. You're going to see through somebody's lies, facades. The many faces that they put up. You're going to see the truth of it. Or you already do. See, somebody doesn't have the best of motives for you, Virgo or cross watcher. You're going to see it. Somebody could be doing hex work on you. This isn't the case for all Virgoans or cross watchers, so please don't assume that that's what's going on in your situation. That is going on for some, and this person is watching you like a hawk, or you're watching them like a hawk. Yep, you cast a spell with your existence. Somebody feels that you're very captivating, Virgo, or somebody feels this way. You could be feeling this way towards someone. That's what I feel, that somebody is trying to sabotage someone else. You might be moving, Virgo, if I didn't say that. Yes, leave your usual social circles behind. Seek out true companions. How many different ways can they say that there's somebody in your social group or somebody that's kind of close to you that isn't who you think they are? This may be a reading that may resonate with you. If you happen to have Capricorn in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, dominance in your natal chart, or if you happen to be cross-watching for somebody from the Capricorn nation, you might find some information in this reading that may resonate for you or that particular person. Please don't make any rash decisions based on what you hear from a general reading. If you would like a reading based on your own personal energy, you can, of course, book a reading on my website, which happens to be AngelicAscensionsTarot.com. Capricorn, we're going to go over some topics that are delicate. You do not want to hear about delicate topics, or you have an issue with a reader that is just very blunt and straightforward. You might want to click off. Those of you who are familiar with me and you know how this goes, let's begin. There's a Gemini in your reading, Capricorn, or you may be someone with significant Gemini placements. There's a Taurus. Somebody could have a Taurus Venus. You as well have a Virgo, or somebody that has dominant Virgo in their chart. You could possibly be dealing with someone with a crystal name: jade, amethyst, amber, rose. This sort of name. Maybe you might have a lot of crystals around you. You might be getting some communication from a Virgo. It seems like there's a Virgo that would like to communicate with you, and you might be taking a break from this person, possibly a Libra. You might be eating a lot of junk food. As usual, Capricorn, maybe you just have a sweet tooth. You got an Aries that pops into your reading, and a Cancer. This Cancerian, though, Capricorn, there is for some of you Capricorns, there is a Cancerian that does not like you. It's not that they don't like you. It just seems like there's something more intense behind this, which I'm going to look at in a bit, Capricorn. But I don't think it comes as a surprise to you that somebody it seems like this person makes it pretty obvious that they don't like you. You might have something going on social media, or something could possibly be going on online. Online social media. What am I trying to say about this? Maybe so. Yeah. Someone, Capricorn, wants to resolve the issue. You might want to tackle a particular issue, or there is someone that wants to tackle a particular issue about you. It seems like you might be angry about something. Maybe somebody doesn't know the intensity of your anger or how pissed off you are about something. Capricorn, I'd find it hard to believe that you would keep this to yourself. I don't think that you are. I think you might be going off on somebody. What happened? What happened to bring you here? It has something to do with somebody's disrespect. Capricorn. Can you know somebody's being childish? You might feel that it's an Aries. You might feel that it's a family member, or this is a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. There's some sort of issue that you can't seem to lay to rest. And there's somebody that you do not trust, especially if this is a love situation. You feel like somebody is a cheater, or somebody is viewing you this way. You're going through it emotionally due to some sort of conflict. If this is not you dealing with this sort of thing, somebody is, I'm trying to tell you, somebody is looking for a reaction from you. Somebody wants to see you get all emotional. Capricorn, or you already did. You got emotional over a situation. Now it feels like somebody might be overthinking a situation. I think that somebody might be looking at you as somebody that's just kind of upset about the whole thing that happened, or the way that something went down. Somebody's kind of afraid to come and say something to you. Maybe somebody might not feel, Capricorn, that you're approachable about this at all, either in general or just about this situation in particular. Somebody wants to resolve this with you, but somebody feels like your walls are just like impossible to penetrate. They do not feel like you're going to let your walls down at all, because they may not understand why your walls have gone up so high, Capricorn. It just seems like there's somebody that feels like they need to protect themselves against being hurt. Somebody is sensitive, but they don't like to show this. They don't like to show their sensitive, vulnerable side. Okay, so it seems like somebody is needing to choose a path. Somebody feels like they want to fix this. Like they're trying to focus on a solution to fix this entire situation. It just seems like one of you is not open to this at all. Or maybe you are. And it's just that maybe somebody hasn't approached you with this, and they might be making assumptions about you or about the situation. Some of you Capricorns are no doubt facing a legal situation, or you're dealing with someone who is. Some of you might be dealing with somebody who is married. Somebody could possibly be getting a divorce, or there could be talk of divorce. Some of you are married, but you have like an on again, off again marriage. Or this is just the cycle. Somebody comes into your life, they appear, they disappear. But it seems like there's a lot of cruelty involved in this situation. Somebody is ruthless. I think this might be somebody at work who comes out is a father figure. So it could be that your father figure has fire or earth in their chart. This could be your baby's dad. Somebody might be coming to your home. Maybe somebody has intended to come by, but maybe things have been dragged out, or they can't. They don't have the time, or they don't know where you are. That sort of thing, Capricorn. Or they can't, it's not easy for them to kind of coast by, because for some of you, this person is at a distance. Either they live at a distance, or maybe there's somebody that, you know, they're not around you right now. Somebody's looking for clarity, especially if this is an on again, off again relationship. Somebody's not really sure if they should take the risk. They should take the gamble to come and say something to you. They don't even know if the timing is right. They might feel like their timing is off, because maybe for some of you Capricorns, maybe you did move on to somebody else. Maybe you did get remarried, or maybe you are maybe seriously dating someone, or somebody might be wondering if that's the case. For some of you though, Capricorns, you're meeting somebody new. You might be getting into a serious relationship, but you might be getting out of a situation where somebody was just a constant type of cheater. When it comes to your career, for some of you Capricorns, you're absolutely aware of what your purpose is. It seems like you could be very celebrated in your community or in the industry that you work in. For some reason, though, Capricorn, it seems like something might have you feeling a bit tense at work, or you might be feeling a bit anxious, or there's some sort of problem that you're dealing with that's kind of severe. It could be with a boss. Something might be troubling you at work deep down, and you might be having to kind of find a way to calm yourself down, Capricorn. Just know that something you might be, as a Capricorn, just very structured, or you might kind of want things to go a certain way, but it seems like don't base too much on plans. There's a saying that says that he who plans to fail, how does that go? Fails to plan, plans to fail. But in your situation, some things might not go as planned. Okay. There might be a lot of things that are just kind of up in the air. And it might be difficult for you to kind of navigate and make decisions. But trust, Capricorn, when I say you might have a lot of greed, or there's a lot of people that are kind of after the same thing as you, maybe after the same position as you. You got some snakes in your work environment. And there might be someone in particular, Capricorn, that might be giving you this real goofy look at work. One in particular. What's this person's problem, Capricorn? Maybe you might be wondering the same thing. It has something to do with money or affluence. That's what I mean. Everybody is after the same thing, after the same goal, money. What's going on with Capricorn? Or this is, like I said, some sort of opportunity. Somebody in your situation is cunning. Like I said, you work around a lot of, some of these people are kind of covert, but one of them is definitely spying on you. I said they might be giving you the side eye. You might be giving somebody the side eye, Capricorn in particular. You're looked at this week as intelligent. Capricorn, I know this is going to sound so random. I promise you it is. Some of you Capricorns could be getting gang stalked. You might have some sort of professional opportunity that comes in for you in this month, in the month of May, before the month of May is over. Some of you could possibly have gone through some sort of sexual assault. Maybe this has something to do with this legal case that maybe some of you are dealing with. Somebody wants your possession, I promise you. And somebody is just being very I'll just say covert about the way that they get things. I promise you, this feels like this is something that's going on online. Okay? Somebody might be trying to get information, Capricorn, that they have no business kind of researching. It just seems like somebody is really nervous. I meant nosy, but that's interesting. Maybe you are nervous. Some of you, goodness. Capricorn, look out for your mental health, or look out for somebody else's mental health. Somebody is a cutter. And whoever this is that you're dealing with, Capricorn, this person is a ladies' man. I don't know. I just don't think that you trust this person. Or somebody this week is giving you 10 million reasons not to trust them. Maybe that's the person that you're giving the side eye to. Perhaps this person is a barber, or maybe you're going to get your hair cut or whatever. Maybe somebody is constant, you know what I mean? Maybe somebody is just kind of conscientious of the way that they look or whatever. And maybe it's just time. You might be going to the doctor, Capricorn. Maybe it's been long overdue. You might be pursuing your education a bit further. Or you might be concerned about the education of a child. You might be making a connection with a tarot reader. Maybe some of you might be going to get a tarot reading, or you're just Maybe this is the means of spying, is that somebody is using tarot to spy on someone, to kind of look into somebody's situation, or somebody could possibly be getting readings on you, Capricorn. You got a legal situation. For some of you Capricorns, you have the Wheel of Fortune with justice. But I always look at this as Archangel Michael, as though your angels are coming to your defense about something, especially if you're going through some sort of legal situation or you're going through some sort of spiritual battle. It definitely feels like somebody has been sending you a lot of negativity, negative energy. And it seems like something might blow up in somebody's face. You're getting a lot of attention, Capricorn. There might be some people that are kind of celebrating your downfall a bit too early. And then that's when it feels like they're smacked with the reality check. Somebody is watching you get a breakthrough, Capricorn, and they can't stand it. Somebody wants you to leave. They want you to walk away. It just seems like, Capricorn, you're too stubborn to do that. Holy Spirit, show me what else might be happening for the zodiac sign of Capricorn. Somebody is pissed that you're too stubborn to walk away or back down or give up on something, no matter what situation that they throw your way. Okay. Goodness, why is this in my head? Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Psalms 23. Is that verse 5? I'm not sure. But either way, you might be going through the valley of something. There might be a lot of evil around you. But either way, it seems like the outcome for you, Capricorn, is success. There might be some money that's coming into you, coming to you, Capricorn. It could be through an inheritance for some of you Capricorns, or through some other means, but it definitely feels like money is coming your way. There's some things that might be happening in your life, Capricorn. Like I said, some things are up in the air. Your guides are saying, don't worry, Capricorn, you're going to be shown the way. Keep persevering. There's some sort of problem that maybe you feel like you're up against. Keep going. And if you need to go to the dentist, Capricorn, there might be a situation where you cannot seem to avoid that. Somebody might be trying to target you, Capricorn. Seems like somebody might have had to. I'm only chuckling because it's like, why would you challenge a Capricorn? But whatever. You're still coming out victorious, Capricorn. Anything else, Holy Spirit, for the zodiac sign of Capricorn? Wow. Somebody might be paying respect to someone. It could be to you, Capricorn. Like I said, maybe you might be visiting somebody that has some knowledge in something that you're dealing with. You can expect some sort of corruptness, maybe having to do with the legal system. Somebody around you might be corrupt. You might be hearing of some sort of corruption. Not a political channel, but maybe it has something to do with politics, Capricorn. Thank you. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Spy. We just talked about that. I was telling you that archery. I don't know if you do some sort of archery, you're into that, but I mentioned to you before, somebody's trying to target you. If someone is spying on you, Capricorn, it would be near your house, near your situation. Somebody could be sending people to spy on you. I promise you that sounds weird. It sounds weird to say it. Somebody is worried that they're going to get jail time. And I promise you, somebody wants forgiveness for something that they've done or they said. Somebody might be worried that somebody is going to rat somebody out, run their mouth, maybe air something out about somebody. Somebody's kind of nervous about that, Capricorn, a cross watcher. Somebody might be giving you a fake apology. Some of you Capricorns is to kind of shut you up. Or they apologize and they end up doing the same thing 2 weeks later. I don't know, Capricorn. The advice, Holy Spirit, for the Capricorn nation. Recognize despair as an opportunity. Within it, you will find the gift of awakening. This week, you might be going through something. You might be feeling depressed. You might be feeling sad. You might be feeling that the odds are stacked against you with something. You know what, Capricorn? It just might be the way that you're perceiving things. It doesn't feel that that's the case. You might be getting some news that maybe is a little bit unsettling, but it doesn't feel like the things that you're worried about are actually playing out. Any spirit guides, the advice for Capricorn: to conform is to die inside. Be brave and be yourself. You might be in a situation where maybe you feel like it's kind of easy to conform. I don't see Capricorn as a people pleaser, but maybe you might have that side of you. Your guides are saying be yourself. You don't have to conform or be what other people want you to be, Capricorn, a cross watcher. Be yourself. Success and happiness are coming. Enjoy and celebrate life. Thank you. This is exactly what I was saying. You might be in despair about something because you don't feel like you know what the outcome is. We talked about that earlier. You might be lacking clarity. Babe, hush. That might have you feeling worried. But it seems like you have success and happiness that are coming regardless, Capricorn. Or this is you wishing ill on somebody and somebody washes, you get blessed. The time is right. Seize the day and make progress on your soul path. I talked to you about that at the top of the reading. You have this card that says, do not allow anything or anyone to stop you. Follow the path of your soul. There are people, situations, circumstances, such as these snakes, that might be trying to knock you off your path. Your guides are saying, do not allow that to be the case, Capricorn. There's going to be some opportunities. Your guides are saying, seize those opportunities when they come up. Because I think that's interesting that I said come up, because I think this is going to be your come up in some sort of way by seizing an opportunity as it comes through. Okay. And that clarity definitely arrives for you this week, Capricorn. Aries. This reading is for the Aries nation. It may resonate with you if you happen to have Aries placements, or you are cross-watching for someone with relevant placements in Aries, including their 7th house. Keep in mind, Aries, that these messages are general. Not every single message in this reading is designed for every single person listening. So you might hear some things that might be relevant, and there may be some things, Aries Nation, that you might be throwing out. Please don't make rash decisions based on general readings, or at least this one anyway. You would like a reading based on your own particular energy? You can reach out for a reading on my website, which happens to be angelic-ascensions-tarot.com. We're going to go over some topics, Aries Nation, that might be sensitive. You're not in the headspace to hear about sensitive topics, or if you're not in the mood to hear from a reader that is just very blunt and straightforward about some topics, you know, it might be better that you kind of click off. Otherwise, Aries Nation, let's get into it. Some of you are dealing with a Capricorn. You're dealing with another cardinal sign, which would be you, Aries. Another Aries, a Libra, a Capricorn, or a Cancer. Seems like you're thinking about somebody. Somebody's on your mind, Aries. It could have something to do with a Sagittarius. Or there's a Sag that's thinking about you. Someone doesn't get in touch with you, Aries, this week. It seems like it could be due to someone being in their ego, or this could be someone's perception of a situation. That perception could be off. But somebody is viewing someone that is kind of like as though they are out of control. This is you, possibly, Aries, looking at situations and maybe feeling a bit frustrated that maybe there are certain things that are out of your hands. So kind of brace yourself for that. Not everything in your situation may go as planned this week, Aries. You might have to improvise. You might have to kind of talk yourself down when you're maybe a bit anxious, because it seems like something might be triggering your anxiety, especially when it comes to strangers. You might have an issue with stranger danger. Or maybe you just kind of want to protect your energy. I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out. Maybe you're just feeling introverted, but I see you kind of as isolated. Or there's someone that does see you as isolated, especially if this is a family member. It seems like you could be keeping your distance from someone. Aries. Someone, Aries or cross-watcher, may feel that someone is just trying to be like discreetly hide a side relationship. But somebody is completely aware that somebody is doing some double dipping. Aries or cross-watcher. What's going on with the Aries nation? What has you feeling kind of isolated and maybe away from people? Okay. I don't know if you're backing away from a relationship, this feels like. Maybe you feel like you rushed into something really quickly. And maybe you feel like something is a bit off track as a result of that. Some of you, maybe somebody is looking back at a situation and feeling that they left a relationship, especially if this was an established one. Somebody's looking at this and maybe feeling like they're rushing with their decisions. Somebody might be like feeling like they rushed to a decision to leave, to get out of an established relationship. For some of you, you're moving very quickly to kind of like jump into a new situation in order to forget about somebody that you're still emotionally attached to. I'm trying to see the atmosphere between you and this person. What's going on? Okay. Is it a no? Maybe there's somebody that you do want to approach and maybe you feel like they're going to say no. Some of you, there might be some big changes coming up for you. You might have a new job. Some of you, there could be a relocation. You might feel definitely that somebody in your energy is leading you astray. You might feel that somebody around you has an agenda. You might. Anyway, I think you're going to regain your momentum about things or regain your perspective. Like I said, it seems like your mind is just kind of racing. And I think that there's something, Aries or cross-watcher, that you might want to say to someone. Maybe you might be overthinking it. And maybe it might be necessary to speak from the heart. And maybe that's just kind of hard for you. Or it's hard for someone around you to kind of speak from the heart. Somebody might feel like you're paying them less and less attention, Aries or cross-watcher, and maybe this has been going on for the longest. Maybe somebody is looking back at a situation and feeling that they kind of overreacted because of a flood of emotions. And so it seems like somebody might feel a little bit paralyzed or kind of like taken aback, like they're not sure how to go about this situation after what was said. Like somebody's not sure how to go back and kind of fix something after the words have kind of left their mouth. Something could have been, for some of you, Aries Nation, said online. It could have been something that has been said on social media or said in the presence of other people. And maybe somebody is feeling quite embarrassed about that. Or somebody might have felt like they acted a whole entire ass in front of other people. So yeah, this week, somebody's feeling a bit emotional. Or maybe it may be necessary to check your emotions, Aries, because something might have you kind of flying off the handle. It might have you kind of acting out of character. Or maybe saying some things, some foot and mouth situations that maybe you're later on regretting. You might be questioning someone's integrity. It seems like it is a no. Or it's just hard for you to tell. For one of you, it seems like it's a yes. That you want this situation to happen. Maybe somebody is open to letting something go. And maybe the other one just is not. It seems like somebody is afraid to step into the unknown. Somebody, it just doesn't know how this might go. Somebody might be looking at somebody as just entirely unpredictable. Can you nudge her for me? But it seems like somebody's been holding on to something for the longest. And it seems like somebody is like tired of tolerating something. Where does this go, Spirit guys? What's going on with the Aries? Something's going on with extended family for some of you. Maybe you haven't talked to extended family for a period of time. Maybe there's a gathering that could be coming up, Aries. Maybe somebody's avoiding this gathering, but it seems like somebody wants harmony. Okay. Okay. I guess it's the same thing. It might take for there to be patience in your situation because that's what I mean. Somebody, you had no and then you have yes. This is what I mean. Somebody's not on the same page, or somebody's just, somebody's mind is constantly changing. I think this is assumptions that are being made. What is this, Spirit guys? What is this no and yes? Somebody could be saying no when they really mean yes, or the other way around. Somebody could be saying yes when they really mean no. Okay, somebody wants to resolve the situation. Somebody does not feel like something can be fixed with a simple apology. They want forgiveness. Is it that they don't want to apologize, or they don't know how to? Some of you, somebody's not ready to commit right now. Aries. For some of you, it's the fact that this is a codependent situation. Somebody's tired of quarreling, they're tired of fighting, and they're tired of obsessing over the situation. Or they're tired of somebody just being obsessive and tired of maybe somebody's addiction. Somebody's addiction seems to be getting on somebody's nerves. This is why somebody's putting up boundaries. Somebody's definitely suspicious, and there's definitely some sort of distrust when it comes to this. I don't know, Aries. Like, there's just a lot going on in your reading. It just seems like it might be difficult for you to let people in, or you're dealing with someone who is that way. Somebody in your energy this week, it seems like there's some envy connected to this. They don't feel good enough about themselves, and they may see you, and this could even be family. Okay? Somebody's feeling a bit insecure about you. And I think that somebody is wrong. They know they're wrong. They know it. It's not a matter of, let me think about this. It seems like they knew that they were wrong when they said it. When the words left their mouth, even when they were thinking it, their conscience probably told them, you know what, don't say that, don't say it. And they said it anyway in the heat of the moment because they were feeling very emotional. Somebody knows that they're wrong, Aries, a cross-watcher, yet they refuse to apologize. So for you, it seems like you're sticking to it. You're like, it's a whole respect factor. If you can't respect me or my boundaries, this sort of thing, it just seems like you're deciding to keep your distance. But like I said, somebody could possibly be returning. Somebody could be thinking about returning. For some of you, there is an obstacle within a relationship. This could be temporary. For others of you, this is a financial situation. You may have stumbled across some sort of obstacle when it comes to your finances. Because it seems like for some of you Aries nations or cross watchers, you're late for your bills. Maybe you feel like you reached some sort of an obstacle at work. Maybe some of you feel urged to make a career change, but you're not sure what's ahead of you on the road, on the road ahead. Children feel like they're calling your attention, whether they are your own Aries or these are younger family members or younger, especially a water sign. I'm going to say this, the way that I'm going to say it sounds random, but you could be making a connection with someone who is deceased, someone that is passed. You could be bringing them flowers. You could be going to the cemetery and maybe having a conversation. Yes, conversation. I know that sounds odd by saying somebody passed and you're having a conversation with them, because isn't a conversation a two-way thing? Yes. but I think you're very telepathic, and I think you might be picking up on what someone is saying to you, even though they passed away. I promise you that. You might make that make sense, Ascensions. It may only make sense to you if it resonates with you. If it doesn't, disregard. It's not your message. Okay. Anything else for the Aries nation? Something is very important to you, Aries, and it seems like you're not going to back down when it comes to that, especially if this is a vision that you have for your future, or there's something that you really have your eyes set, your eyes, your goals set upon something, some sort of aspiration. Your guides are saying, you know what, don't lose sight of that, Aries. Just because maybe something is not going as planned this week, it doesn't mean that it's not going to work out. I said, whatever obstacles you're dealing with this week are temporary. But there may, let me reiterate it, there may be someone that might be returning this week while maybe you haven't healed from something. So maybe it might be just at a very awkward time that somebody makes this initiation. They initiate this communication with you. You're definitely going through an awakening. Your integrity may be tested in some sort of way, Aries, especially when it comes to a love relationship, or just like I said, you might feel that you have wronged someone, yet you won't apologize. Someone's looking at someone as though they don't have integrity. They don't have the integrity to apologize, yet they want forgiveness. Somebody's giving that the side eye. You might be coming across your purpose, Aries nation or cross watcher, through this awakening. There might be some very eye-opening relationships that might lead you to this awakening. Who is coming in contact with the Aries nation this week? Spirit guides, your guides say a Taurus. You could be a Taurus Aries. Who else may be reaching out to you might be talking to yourself, Aries. Maybe you're having like a deep conversation with yourself. And there might be a water sign, Pisces. You might be a Pisces Aries on the cusp. Who is coming through for the Aries nation? A Mercurian, particularly a Gemini, a Capricorn you might hear from, or these might be your own signs. Holy Spirit, the advice for the Aries nation. Trust your gut feeling. Let your heart lead you to who you are. You might have a gut feeling about your purpose, or you're having a gut feeling about someone or some sort of untrustworthy situation. Trust your gut feeling about it, or somebody's trusting their gut feeling about you, Aries. Life's sweetness is contained within each passing moment, so be present to the beauty in the life out. Get into the habit of appreciation. You'll soon notice the difference it makes. I think your guides want you to shift the way that you're looking at things. Life's sweetness. You might have a sweet tooth. Aries or cross watcher. I think that your guys want you to look at the lighter side of life. It seems like maybe you might be feeling a bit pessimistic, or you're dealing with someone that you might feel is pessimistic about life. I don't know. You might be going to the beach, or you might be getting communication from someone who is on a coastal state. You could be going on a vacation. Somebody overseas could be contacting you. What you give your attention to shapes your experience of life. Turn down the volume of the world's disharmony and choose to listen to what gives you joy. I definitely feel like you're changing your energy about something that's causing you to feel trapped. It seems like your guides are saying interrupt the pattern, Aries, and focus on something else, something that brings you joy, not something that brings you down, something that, you know what I mean? It feels like it's something such as this that maybe you're dealing with, or somebody around you. Leo. This may possibly be a reading that may resonate with you if you happen to be someone from the Leo nation. And your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, 7th house placement, or you're cross-watching for someone that has those placements. Leo, this is general. The messages here are general. So there may be certain things that may apply to you personally, and there might be some things that you might guarantee need to throw out. Please don't make any rash decisions or jump to any sort of conclusions based on what you hear from a general reading. If you would like a reading based on your own personal energy, Leo, you can, of course, book a reading from me on my website, which happens to be angelicsascensionstarot.com. Some of you Leos are in contact with a Scorpio. Or somebody is like a multi-Scorpio. Either you have more than one Scorpio around you. You have Scorpio. It's definitely a Scorpio. Maybe you have a very deep connection with animals. You might have an exotic pet. Yeah. Maybe you work with animals. You might be someone who is very spiritual. You might be making an ancestor altar, or maybe you might be wanting to get in contact with your ancestors. Some of you Leos could be giving birth, or maybe you've given birth in the last, I don't know, 4 years. You might have a toddler is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, come on. Leo, your ancestors are definitely with you. But I mean, you're doing some sort of ancestor altar. You do some sort of divination, Leo. Or you could be connecting with someone who does. Protect your energy because somebody feels like maybe you're an easy target, Leo. We're talking about spiritually. But your ancestors definitely come in to block a lot of this negative activity for some of you Leos, where this could be a factor. I see a lot of things in this reading, Leo, and I don't want to necessarily start off by saying these heavy things. Come on, do you have a dog? If you don't have some sort of connection with animals, I'd be very surprised. Maybe you are a veterinarian, you're a vet tech, this sort of thing. Leos, not going back to the past connection. I'm done with the narcissist and moving forward with only new. It's great to be at peace and about to celebrate my birthday. Well, happy early birthday, Miss Kyla. Leo, somebody admires you for your intelligence, or this is you. You might be feeling this way towards someone. You might have like somebody that likes to imitate you, Leo. Somebody might be parroting you. You say something and then other people start saying it. Like maybe you're like a trendsetter when it comes to things that, you know what I mean? It seems like it's that sort of thing. You do something, you say something, it catches on, it becomes a thing. There's definitely some sort of envy. And definitely somebody that's playing mind games with you, Leo or cross-watcher. You could be doing this to someone, especially if this has something to do with magic. It feels as though some of you Leos could be very witchy. You're into very witchy things. And it seems like somebody could be playing into somebody's psyche. Like somebody's trying to affect someone psychologically through magic. Seems like somebody, Leo... Gonna be that type of reading, Leo. That's what I mean. Somebody's like, well, why are the readings so negative? The reading is picking up on what is possibly going on in your life. I'm not the I'm reading it, but it wouldn't come out in the cards if somebody wasn't going through it. You get what I mean? It's not me making the reading negative. I want to make that clear. It's whatever is coming out in the messages. Some of this might seem far-fetched, like somebody's really going through this. Yes, people are going through this stuff. So, I mean, try to be sympathetic to what other people might be going through, because even though it might seem like it's odd, certain things that are happening in the reading, it is. And who is this weirdo that's just hyper-focused on you? Yo. I'm sorry, I'm only laughing because of the image on the card. Anyway, somebody is just really, really focused on you. Like somebody can't stop talking about you. Somebody's just very judgmental, just very critical. This could be you of yourself, Leo. But I think this is happening outside of you. Leo, like somebody just cannot stand you. And I think, like I said, it's because of your intelligence in some situations. In some scenarios, it's like somebody doesn't like the influence that you have or that you get so much attention. Somebody could be making a mess in your situation, Leo. Maybe you're cleaning up after people's messes. You could be very fixated on numbers, Leo. You might be feeling a bit confused, a bit directionless about things. Unless maybe you're just kind of like absent-minded. Maybe you might be losing things, misplacing just miscellaneous items. But unless somebody might be treating you as a miscellaneous item. Maybe you do. Maybe you feel treated that way by somebody. Like somebody's just, you're involved in somebody's little collection of people. Anyway, something is just really on your mind. It could be a child in particular. Leo, it could be your daughter. Some of you, it could be about a property. Maybe that might be something that's just on your mind. You might be expecting the worst. And it definitely feels like you've been going through an ongoing conflict with somebody that just seems like is getting old. It seems like you want to get back to loving somebody rather than feeling like they're just constantly judgmental of everything that you do. Somebody this week is that way. And it could be a Gemini. You got the Lovers that comes out you got Taurus, the Hierophant. Somebody is a Taurus Gemini on the cusp, possibly. Or this is a child of yours that might feel just very criticized. It seems like there might be a parental figure that means well, that wants to see the best in their children, but it might be coming off the wrong way. Leo. Somebody might be looking for a bit more compassion, but it seems like somebody might feel like that compassion can't be found. Somebody's waiting for your phone call, Leo. Somebody might be waiting for you to text them back, especially late at night. You're dealing with an Aries. Somebody's thinking about you late at night. Maybe you might be on your phone a lot late at night, Leo, kind of distracting yourself, trying to get some things off of your mind. Somebody wants to like fix a bridge, like a burnt bridge here. And it could be this Aries. It could be this Cancerian. Maybe the timing is off. Maybe you have a different schedule from someone. Maybe you live on a different coast from someone and you're a different place. It just seems like there's some sort of heartbreak connected. Somebody's heart is broken. Maybe you might feel like you just don't have the best luck when it comes to love, Leo. But it seems like your mind is on self-improvement. So maybe you might be working out a lot. Maybe you might be going back to the gym. But something's definitely distracting you at work. Or there's a kid that's just very distracted. There's a child that might be really in need of your attention. What is it with this Gemini? Aquarius or Libra. It seems like this person is on your brain. Or this is the one that's playing mind games with you. Because let me remind you, psyche. It feels like somebody's playing some sort of psychological game with you, or you feel that that's been the case in the past. Let's see what this is about. Hey, Stephanie. Yeah, you might feel like this person's negative. So maybe that's why you're steering clear of them. Do you want to fix it? I'm not quite sure what's going on, Leo. Do you want to fix it with them? Somebody's a drunk driver. And definitely, yeah, come on. What's going on with kids? You might have a latchkey kid, Leo. Maybe there's a kid that kind of walks home from school and lets himself in. Maybe you're at work a lot. It's not I'm not criticizing. Please don't misconstrue that. It's just an observation of what I'm saying in the reading. What's going on with Leo's kids or parent-child situations? Unless I said something's going on at work. Maybe you feel ordered around by your boss. Maybe you feel like your boss is just tripping this week. What's going on with Leo? A lot. You have a kid, Leo, that's struggling to belong. Maybe they feel like the misfit and maybe they're going out of their way to kind of fit in at school. Some of you, maybe you have a kid that's a runaway. Maybe there's a kid that just doesn't spend a lot of time at home. They're going through a lot, Leo, across Swatcher. There's a kid that has a lot of pressure, or this is just you at work. There's a lot of pressure to stay on top. And there's just a kid that's quite frankly just going through it. They're tired of adulting at a child's age, dealing with adult issues, talking about adult topics. There's just a kid that might feel like they didn't have a childhood and they had to grow up kind of fast. And there might be a kid that might feel like they're kind of learning from the people around them, and maybe they feel like they don't have a pure example of what a healthy type of relationship appears to be. So maybe somebody might be prone to get into relationships where they're being degraded, talked down to, because maybe that's quite frankly what they've observed. That sort of thing. Seems like you might have parental figures that don't get along, and somebody could be fighting in front of the kids. And there might be a kid that just really, it just seems like there's a kid that wants to be around their other parent for some of you, or there's a kid this week that just might be acting pretty antisocial. Or somebody, a kid that just does not know how to be social and may feel like what they have to say is not, like there's somebody that's just not open to hearing them out. It could be in a love relationship as well. Maybe you feel like your partner talks to you like a child. Somebody does not feel listened to this week. Or this is the issue, the gripe that they're having with someone. They feel constantly ridiculed. You might have a kid that's throwing a lot of tantrums because they feel like they cannot get their point across. Or there's just a kid that's maybe not old enough. Like maybe you have a toddler. Some sort of like issue with that. Or you're having an issue with your child's parent. They're just inconsistent. They're there some days maybe to kind of like sometimes provide instruction, but other times they're just not around. It just seems like maybe you're tired of being bad cop, good cop with your parent. Like one of them, you know, is just very strict, and the other one is trying to friendly. You get what I mean? It just seems like maybe there's a kid that feels pitted against. Maybe they're feeling like they have to choose, or there's a kid that might be afraid that their parents are getting divorced, a divorce, some sort of separation. Because it seems like somebody's concerned that they might be moving away. Or somebody did. But there's some sort of divorce papers that maybe somebody has filed, or somebody is like thinking that maybe things are just kind of too intense right now. Maybe we should go our separate ways. You've been tolerant, it seems like, Leo, about some things. And maybe you're holding on to hope that something is going to change. And maybe you've been feeling that way for the longest. And maybe you've been feeling that nothing is really genuinely changing in your situation. This week, Leo Nation or Crosswatcher, you might be going to get some insight about your situation. You might be really looking into yourself. You might be doing a really intense self-evaluation about your interactions with family, or about their interactions with you. You might be creating personal boundaries with certain people. Leo, there might be some people that feel like you move at a snail's pace, and they might be taking an issue with you about that. It definitely feels like somebody would like to communicate with you. Healthy communication, especially a family member. What's going on with the Leos? Your money situation for some of you Leos could be possibly improving, or somebody is watching you get blessed. Trust, Leo, you have some nosy, invasive people. A spy. Maybe more than one. These people could be strangers. Because I was trying to see, got a card here that says strangers, and I'm trying to see, like, how does this intertwine with anything? Like, what meaning does this have? It has something to do with spying. And I promise you that might sound random, but it seems like it has something to do with what's going on around your house. Some of you are dealing with a Capricorn, or you have Capricorn placements. Thank you. It's your weird ass neighbors. Maybe they're the strangers. Somebody's paying a lot of attention to you, Leo, or cross-watcher. Is there a reason why? In particular, a fire sign. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Why are they watching you like this? Well, we already know, because they're nosy. I was trying to see, are you bringing something? Are you doing something that's bringing a lot of attention? You might be. Either you are, or somebody around you that could be coming to your house could be causing a scene. Somebody's leaving a situation looking like an entire clown, Leo, a cross-watcher, or somebody trying to make a clown out of you. Okay. So, conversations this week. Communication. Somebody feels like you have a wall up. And it's really hard for you to let your guard down and feel secure and warm around someone in particular for whatever reason. You might be making a decision about whether or not to return someone's call or respond to them, Leo, and somebody's going to take their sweet time. Some of you could be dealing with a fixed sign, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo. That could be you. Somebody feels like you take forever to make decisions, or for some of you, this is an outside decision that is being made, and it is just kind of irritating to maybe feel like you have to wait something out. Okay, you might have to work something out with your bank. Your finances might be a bit tied up. And you might have some debts that are kind of knocking on your door this week, Leo, especially some old ones that might be coming back to haunt you. You might have some moldy, damp areas somewhere in your house. You might have some sort of somebody's coming to your door. You might have a few people that might be coming to your door. You might have some repairs that might need to be done in your house. But I think somebody from, I'm trying to say, like, this is a security guard, police officer. What is this? Somebody's coming to your door. Come on. And I'm going to say something that sounds, I promise you this sounds random. Leo, somebody could be taking pictures of you or your child without your consent or without your knowledge. Like somebody could be recording you, screen recording you, even snapping pictures of you. Random. Leo, somebody likes your lips. Who is this? Never mind. Yeah, you have like somebody coming to your door. This could be a fireman, a security guard, probably the cops. Leo. And somebody is just all in your business. They can't wait for you to tell your business, or, you know what I mean? That's what I mean. You got some nosy individuals in your situation. And maybe there's somebody looking into your kid's school. Okay. What's going on with Leo? Let's spend a little bit more time, Leo. I'm trying to see what's going on. Oh, yeah. You might have a legal situation. So maybe this is not just like nosy situations. You might be under some sort of investigation. Leo. You are, or somebody around you. Thank you. As soon as I pick up the deck, nosy. Somebody wants to know the tea. You're hiring a lawyer. Leo, it seems like you might. It looks like somebody could possibly be worried about jail time. What's going on with Leo? Might need to get your labs drawn. Something which having to do with your health might need to be looked in a little bit. Looked at a little bit closer. Somebody's coming to your house, or like I said, you just have some nosy situations. I can't quite get what's coming, what's make out what's going on, Leo. What's going on? Somebody's trying to catch you doing something. No, it's a court situation. You're going to court for something. Somebody is worried that there's going to be consequences. Somebody got caught stealing some money, doing something they weren't supposed to do, defrauding someone. Somebody trying to catch somebody, okay? Somebody's getting caught up with the law. And it seems like somebody's trying to come and look for something. You had a kid that's being bullied, Leo, at school, online. You live in an apartment. This is what I mean. Who is this? You got some just nosy people. I don't understand, Leo. Maybe you do. But yeah, it's time to get to the doctor. You get some sort of heart issue looked at, or somebody around you. You are under some sort of investigation. Detective. Maybe that's what this spy is. Or for some of you, somebody's playing detective on you just to be nosy, or just because you put some information out there. Be careful about how much information you put out there, Leo, because it looks like somebody is just, you know, kind of taking advantage of that that type of scenario. Okay. And you might have somebody around you that has an issue with severe alcoholism. Somebody falls asleep in random spots, junk. You might feel like somebody's always faded. I promise you, somebody feels invisible. That might be why somebody feels threatened about you at work. The witch. What's the witch doing, spirit guides? The witch is the one that's spying on you. Through tarot, through magic. You might have a suspicion about this person. About somebody that's putting a curse on you. Yeah. Oh, Spirit, show me anything. Somebody knows how to protect their energy, okay? You're putting out some negative energy, Leo or cross watcher. Trust that energy is coming back 10 times for somebody. Somebody is tired of dealing with this. It seems like this is a constant thing that somebody is dealing with. Either somebody's spirit guides or ancestors. We talked about that at the top of the reading. You're dealing with somebody who is highly protected. This is a Leo on Leo situation. Like somebody is a Leo sun, and somebody might have Leo placements elsewhere that somebody does not know about. Trust, somebody's coming back with it. It's coming back. This is like a return to sender thing. You might not know how deep somebody is into witchcraft, and it doesn't all have to be negative, but it definitely feels like somebody knows how to ward this off and defend themselves. And this feels like this type of spiritual energy, negative energy is being sent to someone because of petty, childish, insecure reasons, insignificant reasons. It doesn't feel like this attack was warranted, Leo, but it feels like somebody declared war. And somebody is sending that mess back. Somebody's spirit guides are saying, no, touch not my anointed. The advice, Holy Spirit, for the Leo nation. Goodness. The advice for Leos. Surrender fear. Confirmation. I mentioned to you at the beginning, somebody's playing games with your psyche, with your mental space, doing some sort of mental magic on you, either through word manipulation. It's in the things that they say to you that creates these fear tactics, or this is just you, especially if you're aware that this is going on. This is already taken care of. You're under some sort of spiritual attack. Don't let that cause you to go straight into panic or assume that I'm speaking about you and may not be. But anyway, let go of the fearful stories you're telling yourself. Stay in the moment, focus on solutions, and celebrate every baby step forward. If you were going through some sort of spiritual, that's what I mean. You already have you have an idea about who this is. If you don't, this is likely not your story. But yeah, especially if somebody is trying to paint themselves as seeming like they're so powerful and this sort of thing, it feels like it's all talk. Somebody can't walk the walk, or they're no match for your spirit guides and your ancestors. Spirit guides, the advice for the Leo nation. Surrender to what is. Flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace. You see situations for exactly what they are. And like I said, some situations this week, you might feel like they're entirely out of your control, or you might feel like you can't change a situation immediately. You might have to just get to a place of acceptance about something in your... Yes, exactly. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. That is exactly it. Leo, the advice, surrender to setting limits. It is healthy to set boundaries in relationships. Practice expressing your needs, and remember that no is a complete sentence. You might have to say no to certain people, Leo, this week, especially if you just feel like somebody is just too difficult to deal with. And you know what I mean? Somebody you might feel is constantly bringing drama. You might have to set boundaries. Last but not least, the Sagittarius nation. This reading may resonate with you if you happen to have Sag in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus dominant in your natal chart. If you're cross-watching for a Sagittarius, what is this about a Leo? You're cross-watching for Sagittarius, or if you have this in your dominant in your energy, in your natal chart, you might find little tidbits of information that may resonate with you and some things that don't. Don't be alarmed or thrown off by things, Sagittarius, that do not apply to you or your situation. Instead, take in what is a genuine message for you. If you need a reading based on your own personal energy, feel free to book a reading on my website, which happens to be AngelicAscensionsTarot.com. Sag, you might be paid a visit from your mother. Maybe some of you, you've had some sort of a fallout with your mom, or a parental figure, and maybe it's just kind of time to it's hard to forgive about something connected to a past situation. Sagittarius. Somebody is Scorpio. Somebody could have been born on Halloween or around that period of time. Maybe you're just into horror movies. Or maybe you feel like your love life has been a horror film lately. Sagittarius, you might have Leo placements and you might be highly protected as well. Maybe you're just very in tune with your ancestors. Yes. That's what I mean. What is it about Halloween? November. You might be honoring the dead. A deceased loved one. Maybe you have someone that you absolutely do love and felt attached to that may have passed. A past love relationship. Somebody could be named after a bird. Maybe somebody sings. Somebody's name could be Jay, Raven. Goodness. Sparrow. I can't think of any birds' names, but you get what I mean. Maybe somebody's a songbird. Maybe somebody does sing. Trust. Somebody has skeletons in their closet. Don't we all? Sagittarius, but it seems like these skeletons in someone's closet may be relevant to your situation in some sort of way. It seems like somebody's been trying to work against you in some sort of way, Saggy, and it seems like you're triumphing over that. Like somebody's been trying to put obstacles your way. You might be getting your car serviced, Sagittarius. Maybe it's time for an oil change, or some sort of fluids might need to be added to your car. Maybe it's time to put gas or charge your vehicle this week. That could possibly spare you some frustration on the road when you're trying to travel, especially if there's some place that you're trying to get on time. What is this about? Birds. Maybe you're just noticing a lot of birds around you. Saggy. There's something that you need to say. I can't imagine it being difficult for a Sagittarius to say what's on their mind, but maybe it just is. Or maybe there's a Sagittarius that wants to say something to you, or somebody who's not a Sag, and they want to say something to you. Especially if this is an intimate, close relationship, it's difficult for you to let people in, it looks like. Sagittarius. And maybe you might feel like that's just a major obstacle for you to overcome. Maybe there's somebody that puts the blame on you, even though they know completely that it was their fault. What's going on with Sagittarius? What happened? Did somebody say something to you, Sag? Or you said something to somebody? Something is bugging somebody. Sagittarius is written all over their face. Yes, you gotta be dealing with a Taurus. Same cards for Taurus. You're moving forward. You feel like you trusted somebody and you feel like maybe they backstabbed you. Let's see, Saggy, because you got no, the sticking up on the table. Like, you're like, no. Nope, I refuse to talk to this person. Or no, I refuse to be the one that breaks the ice and makes the first move in this situation. It just seems like somebody might be a bit stubborn. Some of you Saggies, somebody lies. They lie a lot to the point that they can't keep track of their lies. And it seems like something may have snowballed. Something has gotten completely out of control to the point now that some of you Saggies might be thinking about completely walking away from something. Maybe for some of you Sagittarius, maybe you kind of stayed in situations beyond their expiration date. Maybe you feel like you've been a servant to someone or a particular situation. It seems like you're cutting ties. You're moving forward. You're moving beyond situations that have been holding you back for the longest, Sagittarius, especially love relationships. It feels like it may have something to do with somebody's maturity level. You might view somebody as being, they might be the age of an adult, Sagittarius, but you might feel that they act like a child. Maybe at times when it's time to deal with adult issues, you might feel like you're talking to a child, or somebody might feel like you're talking down to them. Saggy, it seems like you might have a legal issue on your hands. The legal issue for some of you could be a divorce. Some of you could be going in search of some legal advice about maybe what to do about a divorce. Or for some of you, this has something to do with someone who could possibly be facing jail time. Maybe somebody is in jail currently. Maybe they feel like you're avoiding them, or that you want absolutely nothing to do with them. Or maybe you have absolutely no knowledge that they're in jail because you're not talking to them. Anyway, Sagittarius, somebody feels like they want you to let go. Maybe that's the prison that we're talking about. Maybe it's not literal. Somebody might feel like you're constantly holding a grudge. They want you to let go. They want to be able to hold a productive conversation where there is some sort of resolution, and it just seems like that just seems to never really happen. At least lately, it seems like you've been butting heads, and you might be dealing with someone that just has a very strong mind. You're very strong-willed, and so are they. You're not backing down, and neither will they. This week, it seems like somebody would like to rise above the problems. They would like to change the situation. Somebody would like to see some sort of change come out of this. They're open-minded about it. They might even start off at the beginning of this feeling a bit optimistic about how this might go. There's a lot of different things hidden in your situation, Sagittarius. Somebody might be trying to reunite with you. Some of you, these are family members. Others of you, this is a romantic relationship. They've hidden so many things from you, Sagittarius, that it just might be too difficult to kind of sweep this under the rug and act like these things never happened. This week, Saggy, I don't think you're going to resolve everything with someone this week. I was saying that maybe there might be a beginning to this. Maybe somebody might step forward. There might not be a place in your life where you feel like you can completely let down your walls and just act like nothing ever happened. But maybe there could be something that could potentially change in your situation for some of you, Saggies. The obstacles might still be there, but it seems like, it seems like maybe you feel like you can't stand your ground, or you might feel like you can't be honest with this other person about maybe some things. Maybe you feel like you have to walk on eggshells, Sagittarius. Or talking to somebody is like talking to a brick wall lately. Some things you've been hoping for, Sagittarius. On the lighter side of things, it seems like things might be starting to come into fruition. Okay, maybe finances haven't been flowing the way that you wanted them to at the beginning of the week, Sagittarius. Something might be throwing things off, and it seems like somebody might think something is just real funny. Or maybe somebody kind of misses your laughter. Maybe you just have a very distinct laugh and somebody misses that. They miss the good times that the two of you used to have, or the fact that you could crack a smile with this person. You know what I mean? You're able to bring levity to a situation. Somebody misses those fun times. I think somebody might be going through it this weekend, Sagittarius. Somebody might be in need of some advice or some direction, some insight in order to make some choices in their life. So somebody could be coming to you as a sounding board with this. It might be a good idea to really take care of yourself, nourish yourself well, get enough sleep, eat well, because it just seems like maybe you might be feeling, especially because you're feeling a little bit under the weather this week. There's some certain answers that you might be looking for external from yourself. Your guys are saying, ask yourself, ask your higher self. You already know the answers. It's just up to you to trust what you already feel. Certain things are out of alignment with your life, and you might view it this way. You might wonder what in your life has gone wrong, or what in the world are you doing wrong? And your guys are saying nothing. Nothing has gone wrong in the situation. It just feels like it's the timing of things. Certain things might be a little bit delayed in coming together or working out the way that you had been hoping. You do have some people that are just very watchful of you, unless you have like an online presence or you do something that professionally that draws in a lot of attention. You might be getting a lot more attention about you, or somebody around you could be. You could definitely be reconnecting with soul family who could for sure be a Scorpio. And like I said, there might be a pet, or in particular a Leo that might be catching your attention or in need of your attention this week, Sagittarius Nation. People might view you as somebody that is just kind of introverted. Maybe you just kind of need some time in solitude to kind of think things through, because it seems like you might be nursing an old wound, an emotional situation that I think you're missing somebody and you feel that they've lost you and you're heartbroken about that. Or somebody feels this way about you. Somebody fell into temptation and now it seems like they regret it. And now they can't get you back. and they're just really feeling confused about you, or both of you are at this time. What's going on with your money, Sagittarius? It just might be kind of a little bit of some delays this week with some sort of an obstacle with your money. Yeah. But it seems like it's resolvable. It seems like you're going to find a way to resolve this, likely sometime before the 7 days is over. Okay. The Gemini in your energy, if I didn't mention it, somebody might have like a really diehard drinking problem. Anything else, Holy Spirit, for the Sag Nation? Take some time to go outside if you can, Sagittarius. It might benefit you to meditate outdoors if you can, or to just kind of spend some time alone. Maybe somebody in your situation is ill. Somebody could be passing away. Maybe some of you could be hospice nurses. Come on. It's the cycles. Maybe something might be going on with you might be getting your period this week. Sagittarius. Or your wife or your girlfriend might be. I don't know. Anyway, it just seems like you're getting out of cycles. You're tired of repeating the same cycles. You're tired of getting attacked. Maybe physically, emotionally, or mentally. Hey, Brenda. You get some more windshield wipers? Sagittarius? It's not the season for that. I don't know. Some type of minor little detail you might be doing on your car. Maybe you're fixing a little ding, a little scratch. I don't know. Saggy. What's the advice, Holy Spirit, for the Sagittarius nation? Oh, yeah. That's what I was feeling. Something is disturbing your sleep. Usually is, Sagittarius. It seems like that's a constant thing for you. People are awake, you're sleeping. Maybe you work nights. I don't know. I mean, you're traveling a lot and maybe you can't. Circadian rhythm is what I hear. So something about this might be a little bit thrown off. To prevent burnout, that's what it is. Honor yourself. Honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit. Maybe you're just a night owl. I cannot speak. Night owl. Or you're dealing with someone who is just very nocturnal. But I mentioned to you, nurture yourself, get enough sleep, feed yourself well. Something might just, unless you're just kind of depressed. Saggy, get some sleep. You might notice a change with your mental health. Or like I said, go outside. You might notice a change with your mental health. It might be something minor. You never know. You might just do something like some type of like little minor tweak, and it might change your mental health. It might help you break some sort of, disrupt some sort of pattern or rut that you're in. Surrender your fear of change. The universe is reminding you that you are cared for always. Whether you're afraid of a change in your job, your health, or a relationship, or if you fear aging or death, repeat the affirmation, I have faith that all is well. Some sort of change is coming through. Some of these changes might be kind of scary. And maybe they're not. And it just might be the way that you're looking at the change. But this is something that is evident. It's inevitable in your life. Some sort of change. A change in a relationship, a change in your job, your health, your age. Maybe your age. Yeah. Maybe you're worried about aging. I don't know. Maybe you're just feeling kind of self-conscious. Procrastination. Sagittarius, now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will help attract success. You've been putting something off. It seems like it's a conversation, or it's a conversation that somebody is wanting to have with you, but it's due to some sort of anxiety about what might happen or how this might go if they were to approach. Some of you, this has something to do with a divorce. Some of you, you're realizing that something about your relationship is absolutely unhealthy. And maybe you're just trying to stick in there and make it work. And it might be, it's your fear of change that's keeping you in this situation and that might be the reason why you can't get sleep. Unless this is when somebody is just on one and acting up, is particularly at night or at the times when you're trying to get some sleep. Maybe you just have a very lively, I'll put it that way, lively household. Anyway, Sagittarius, this concludes your 7-day forecast with angelic ascensions. For tuning in, thank you for everyone who remained in live. Stay to the end. Thank you so much. I'll see y'all in the next one.